Hello and welcome back to Outside the Box, an MLS podcast. My name is Juanners. We have another game week in the books, match week, match day, however you want to call it. I'm joined by Jeremy Peterman.
What up? I was awake for 30 hours consecutively over this weekend. It did not make me smarter, but it didn't make me dumber either.
Well, I'm a bit smarter for having read your Timbers review, which I implore everyone to go read because that was that made me feel good about my reading quota for the day. I was like, I read something really good here. I'll take it. We're joined by Josh Bathtub with a banger of a riot tweet, bro.
Bro, I can't believe that popped off as much as it did. It doesn't make any sense, but due to like anything that has slander nowadays, and that's Elon's Twitter for you. So bangers come where bangers can come.
I'm gonna get the screenshot of it up here for all the listening viewers. But we're also joined by Daniel Schill, who is also quite good at the Twitter algorithm nowadays.
What's up, guys? How are we living today?
I mean,
Daniel's just getting fought every day on Twitter, bro. That's his thing. He just gets fought.
I tweeted today, thanks for the 1,000 followers. Been 5 great years. And someone replied to me calling me the shit post king of MLS. Like, damn, that's crazy.
Is that not your name in the chat right now? That's
maybe.
See,
Put it right into the bio.
The thing is, Shill, you did it on Twitter. Now you have to do it on Bluesky.
I don't know if I got that kind of motion.
Or on Threads.
I don't know if I got that kind of aura. We'll try though. Whatever gets more outside the box eyes on the podcast. Because we got some great things to talk about today.
Where's MLS Threads at? Is that
who is on Threads?
Right? I'm not on Threads. That's why I ask.
I'm not on Threads.
I think you got
Threads.
Fuck no.
I saw
Threads.
It was wrong to me.
This guy talk about
Threads, bro.
I saw
man.
a MAGA post followed by a what was it? Like some super. It was like both sides of the spectrum, and I instantly deleted the thing. I was like, "This is not for me."
Threads?
Yeah, it was just too much at once. It felt like Facebook.
To be fair, guys, I try and limit my social media use. So when I see the gang pop off on Twitter, that's really when I perk up. Otherwise, I'm most of the time in the Discord. We should probably let's get some more people in the Discord. If you hear this, reach out to Outside the Box, and we'll get you in the OTB official Discord, because that's honestly for me the best times I get to just see Jeremy's immediate thoughts on anything happening at one point.
Yeah. My favorite time of day is like 7 consecutive messages from Jeremy across 30 minutes in the Discord on an MLS Saturday. It's just the type of stuff that you dream of. Speaking of social media, State Footy, we're not on LinkedIn yet. But I saw that Orange County SC is hiring for a chief operations officer. So Daniel,
Hashtag open to work.
Daniel, if you wanna take a new job, man, Irvine, California is calling your name. Orange County SC.
Hypothetical Orange County?
Hypothetical real Orange County, as Daniel gets hired and then hires all of us as his backroom staff.
First signing,
ready? Daniel.
First signing. Andre Shinyasiki. We're bringing him back.
Yeah, I don't know if you can go there, honestly. For as chaotic as a name as you brought up, I'm going to bring up, guys, the first game of the slate. A crazy affair between Toronto and Colorado. I have a lot to say about this one. At first, this was a game where if you had told me, it's kind of like, because where do I begin? I didn't see this game and thought, oh, like Colorado can hang with Toronto. Like, I very much believe in Toronto, I think, this season. You know what I mean? So when this came on the schedule, I was like, it might be an L, might be a draw. Best case, you know what I mean? Best case is a draw on the road. And for me, cross-conference matchups. Like, so long as this wasn't a Portland, you know what I mean, instead of Toronto. If this was Kansas City, which, you know, the Rapids had won in Kansas City, but like big Western Conference teams that you should be able to get a win there, right? Toronto, I didn't think the Rapids could get the win, but then chaos ensued. Once chaos happens, there is no reason for you not to capitalize on it, right? And what do I mean by chaos? Red card in the first half completely throws the because at first I thought this game was very good tactically, like very good. Both teams prodding each other. Red card kind of muddies it up. We get to halftime 0-0. Toronto get a red card, and then Colorado score 2 quick goals off that red card. It's 2-0 Rapids. And in this game state, I think this is when the Rapids can kind of show that little bit of a ceiling there, right? Because I think if they win this game under that circumstance, it's like, oh, even though they're a young team, they knew how to win out these kinds of games. But the fact that oh my God, you blow 2 goals via Zach Steffen blunder. I don't know how you guys feel about this one, but near post. Oh my God, near post shot. Zach Steffen had every reason to cover it, missed it, whiffs. And then Keegan Rosenberry with an insane own goal. I mean, I think it may have ended up being a Steffen own goal, but I have no idea what was going through Steffen's mind here, because he completely sidesteps the ball and lets it roll into the back of the net. Insane. Immediately following another red card. So that's 3 red cards if you're keeping count so far. And then Josh Sargent. I had to see it live, the game winner, but I also had to hear it from Jeremy in the OTB Discord. Of course, you let Josh Sargent net his first. And man, just a very, very soft goal to concede in a season where, like, I don't know, it's like this is you had every reason to go and win it. It's a tough loss, but I'll throw it over to you guys. What did you make of this just wild, chaotic match?
What did you guys think of the second yellow given to Navarro?
So soft.
We thought that was soft.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, at the same time, like, you can't push somebody in the back in the box, right? That's still against, like, the rules of soccer.
I feel like if this was it feels like Navarro's hand wasn't really out, just more so Larea jumped into the arm and made a meal out of it.
He does do that.
But that Jackson Travis red, that was an instant red from the second I saw it. That was like a rugby style hit. That was crazy.
Yeah, I first saw it, and of course the bias, I was like, that's not a red, because I thought it was just a shoulder, like one-on-one. And then I saw the actual angle where he just gets his, like, entire ankle on the stud. That was rough.
Objectively, as like a Rapids fan, do you start chalking this up to because we've debated Zach Steffen's performance for 2 years now? Did you blame this on him for that own goal, which was pretty bad, but the first thing that we saw when it happened was the wind? Everyone was like, the wind, he couldn't account for the wind. Or do you blame this on the 2 reds that completely flipped the game? Because Toronto had a red in the 30th, correct? They're the ones who started the whole. Yeah.
No, Colorado had the red first.
Colorado had the red first.
And then coming out of halftime, that's when Toronto got their red, right? And then Colorado got those quick 2. The thing is, the minute Toronto scored, I needed – because this is what Jesper Sorensen did. And this is where I realized, NYC is kind of goated in the sense that last year, like, Jesper Sorensen was in a kind of similar situation where you'd expect him to sub on defenders to defend the lead. He subbed on an attacker. And then sure enough, that attacker, I'm forgetting the game, but this was a game where NYCFC were down and they took the gambit, found, allowed a bunch of pressure and hit him on the counter. I was like, Matt Wells could very well change the dynamic of this game after it goes 2-1. But I think NYCFC head coach. Oh, wait, Jesper Sorensen? No, not. What's his name?
Pascal.
Pascal Jensen. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
How did I miss that, bro? Frick. My bad.
Early onset dementia?
Shit, early onset MLS every day. But no, I mean, because I thought Matt Wells had every reason to go and get a third, and I said I would sing his praises if it's 3-1. If it's 2-2 though, that's a completely different thing. And it ended up being 3-2, the opposite way. You know what I mean? It's like, I think the Rapids could have done a lot better there, and they could have shown like this is who we are, this is how we do it, you know. But I think just a little bit timid there coming out the end, and that second red card just deflated them really. I don't know. Any other thoughts on these guys? What do you think about Toronto, fellas? Are we no Mihailovic? And for the longest time, I thought this Toronto team is like the weakest they've ever looked because they don't have Georgie connecting lines, and they don't have and that first half, it wasn't as though Toronto was completely like dominating the Rapids. I think eventually they ended up winning out on the field tilt and on XG, but I still think Colorado held their own, through all of it.
I really like the way Daniel Shalhoub plays with Toronto.
Josh,
I knew I was going to get that
thoughts?
look and reaction, but
Shut up, bro.
dude, he's kind of a baller. I didn't know he had that in his bag.
I guess, bro.
Damn.
Josh, what are
No,
your
keep
thoughts,
going.
man? You don't like seeing Shallowy balling out?
No, dude, I said this. It's like seeing your ex thrive, bro. While they were with you, they're kind of a mess. It's like they don't have a job or a car. Can't pay for gas. You gotta Venmo them stuff, and then as soon as they break it off with you, they're thriving. Where was this? I guess, bro. I guess.
See that? I'm very familiar with that in a rapid sense because Pablo left, went on to do things. Pareja left, went on and won an Open Cup. Robin Fraser, no less. This was a game of X's for the Rapids. I mean, no Georgie, but Robin Fraser, Stephen Betashore on the bench. Everyone was like, "Whoa, it's Beta." I was like, "Yeah, isn't that insane?" Stephen Betashore is a assistant coach here. It is the game of X's here. But that referee, man, he needs to be an X ref, bro. Golly. Jeremy, any thoughts on this one, or do you want to transition us into San Jose, San Diego?
You asked earlier whose fault this was for like the Rapids losing. It's just so obviously Stefan. Like if you're down to 10 men and your goalkeeper is one of the most highly paid players on the roster, like those are the times where you need him to step up more than anything. And I'm not someone who's going to blame this on the wind. I don't care how windy it is. If you can't judge a simple back pass and you give the Europeans fodder to poke fun at defending in this league, I'm immediately going to blame you for everything. And also, for whatever reason, there are times where Zach Steffen just reminds me of Zurg from Toy Story. That was a Zurg game. Like, he was just god-awful in this. And particularly, if you can't control a back pass right after your team went down a man again for the second time and you give Toronto an instant, like, opportunity to tie the game through your own horrific, like, what even was it? How does your brain turn off on a back pass like that? It's so bad. It's so bad. So, Colorado, you got some things to look forward to. I like the way y'all handled yourself after going down 1-0. You didn't stop trying to play how you wanted to play. Toronto, I don't really have like a strong Toronto take yet. They're just interesting to me. But I did notice Walker Zimmerman going off early. He has looked very, very old this season.
But he did score. He did score in his last run out.
I like Zimmerman. I mean, when he's a DP, you know, not so much, but on a TAM, it's. I mean, I can't think of many other defenders I wouldn't, you know, also pay that much money for, you know, because then you look at Cincinnati, they got Miles Robinson as a DP, right? So it's like, this is, I mean, what is Tim Ream on? Is Tim Ream on is he TAM?
He's TAM. He's TAM. He's TAM. Oh my gosh, I would never forgive that front office for giving him anything more than TAM. Oh, they market him like he's DP though.
I mean, good for him. Take us to San Jose though, Jeremy. What would you make of this one? The Nico Sekiris coming out game.
Guys, I don't know how Bruce has managed to do it this time, but he's doing it. Like, there's no DP in this starting 11 for San Jose. They do not start a DP. The closest player to a DP that they are starting is Sekiris, who is 20 years old, mind you. They went with the homegrown number 10 at a place where normally that is where you try and get a DP player. Like, it is working out brilliantly. He is fascinating to watch. He is so fun. He is an instant starter every single week in kick base. Like, there is no better player for value in this entire league. Like, everyone at the start of the season was like, well, maybe Julian Hall, but like, no, it's Sekiris. It really is. If you could get a number 10 for less than $10 million, kick base money, not like actually, but also that applies in real life too, right? Like, he is special. That first goal, the way he just blasted it in the near post, like,
insane.
You know, if he keeps playing like this, could a World Cup spot be in the cards?
I'm not we're gonna poke that there.
Sarcastic here. I'm not even being sarcastic. The way he's playing right now, he's playing out of his mind, and he's elevating a group of players like Jack Skahan for whatever reason, Useni Buddha. And I'm not going to get into Preston Judd. I'm going to let someone else take the lead on Preston Judd. But the way Sekiris has been playing this season, he's up to those were his only 2 goals of the season. It seems like he's gotten like an assist, right? How has he registered 0 assists? Like, I think that just comes down to finishing variance. He's been incredible, and they beat the San Diego team, which maybe some warning signs for San Diego after their 4th consecutive game without a win in all competitions. Are we getting a little concerned for them? I don't know. I don't care about them. But San Jose, they are legit. They are absolutely legit. They're 1 point behind LAFC. They're tied with Vancouver on points in the West right now. And they've only conceded 1 goal all season. And that 1 goal was a fluky counterattack goal by the Seattle Sounders, who always get away with it, yada, yada, yada. More on that later. But if you look at the teams that they've had to face at the start of the season, like, they've just been beating everybody aside from Seattle. And they're a really good team. Spectacular. Bruce Arena should be the coach of the year frontrunner right now.
Ooh. You know, I do like that because it wasn't like they weren't like that Seattle game. They really they got away with it. You know what I mean? And it's one thing to then, you know, to then kind of lose that, but then they just shoot. They just shoot. Shooters freaking shoot, guys. Like, they ended up having how many shots in this one? 24 shots. So I mean,
look at how many shots San Diego had.
4.
They had 4 shots. That's a good San Jose defense. That's what that is.
There was a red card. You know what I mean?
He was center back though. It wasn't like it was Anders Dreyer.
Right, but then your best defender, Manu Dua. Because here's the thing: like, there's no McVeigh in this one. You have Oswald Sui, Sui. And you know, Manu Dua gets the red. It's like it's a little bit of the Philly issue, right? Where it's like if you don't have your like, because now next week is going to come around, and now McVay's back in the lineup, but you don't have Dua. So there's something to be said about backline consistency. I think
accumulation already.
Who
Does Dua already have? He's reached his accumulation.
No, he got
he got red.
Yeah, it's just a red.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and one thing I didn't mention about the Rapids is that both their fullbacks got red. So, and maybe we should have had to talk about this. There's a lot of cards this season, right? Like,
A ton of them.
Like, what that like? It's insane. I got to count them. Like, I thought I saw like, I don't want to sound wrong, but like 26% of matches. Is that what someone said? It's like 1 in every 4 games.
It's 26 red cards through.
That's what it was. I did not want to think it was 26 red cards.
Mm-hmm. And apparently, due to an email that I haven't seen in person, I haven't read it with my own eyes, but I know it exists. It's been told. It's been. I've heard about it. The PRO sent out. PRO sent out a big email after the 5th week of the season because there were just so many red cards, and they were like, "Okay, we need to take a look at like all these." Ironically, the only one they said was not actually a red card was a Jimmer Forey's red card in Colorado, which Juanners and we both saw that. Instantly, Juanners looks up at me, and I'm like, "That's a red card." And he was like, "Yeah, that's a red card." Like, I think there have been other. I think there have been other questionable reds, but the fact that they only picked one out of all of the dismissals throughout this entire year and said this is the only one that we think was kind of nonsense. I think it's setting a pretty bad precedent because I don't like seeing games ruined by teams going down to 10 men, unless it is San Diego. I mean, I like watching San Diego suffer a little bit, but like, and to be clear, this was a very clear red card on Manu Dua in this game too. Like,
right.
This isn't like a card inflation red card. So, yeah, I think it is concerning for the short term with how many players are like already missing out on these games and how the roster rules like make it so important for your starters to be available. But at the same time, like,
I mean, also no Amal Pellegrino, and that's my homie who used to be at San Jose Earthquakes.
You know, he missed out on his revenge game.
Well, where would you guys rather see Amal? Still on San Diego or San Jose? Because then, I mean, he had to make room, right?
To be? Where would Amal like to be?
Probably San Diego.
Probably Bodo.
So
don't dog my dude like that, bro. Come on.
That's where he came from, bro. You think he wouldn't like to play in a team that beat Inter Milan in the Champions League from Norway? I'm just saying. He might.
See, I want him in this league though. I want to go see him all when he plays the Rapids.
So leave after that.
Your guys' take on the red cards. Do you guys feel like it's like almost like an intentional push to try to? It feels very different than how games were refereed in the past for Major League Soccer. Correct? It used to be like a fast-paced, chippy, like we had like CONCACAF ball jokes. Do you feel like? And this was my thought when I saw that stat, like almost like, hey, there's more stars in the league. We have to do what it takes to protect our stars. So we need to stop the aggressive play. And I don't like that if that's the case, because the aggressive play is what's always made Major League Soccer so fun and unpredictable.
That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that.
This is a little crazy coming from you because I figured you would have like rode with your boy Zaha, who has just continuously like been shafted by the refs. Like,
yeah, well, I think Zaha does a lot of that to himself. So, like, he seeks that contact
for sure. But also, like, I guess we'll get into. We're going all over the place because I want to talk about Charlotte because I do think Zaha is like playing at at the most honest that he can, if that makes sense. Like, I've seen a lot of it. Like, I'm citing more and more Zaha week in, week out. You know what I mean? And so it's like, if the players are saying something about like how egregious the refs are, like, it's funny because then Phil Neville is like also tripping, like, yeah, the refs. I'm like, brother, sit down. Like
We were
everyone,
Not yet.
for real. But I mean, I guess we'll have to give it another week, right? Because man, it really is 1 in 4 games can be red card, and the dynamic changes. I mean, New York City started the season with 3 straight games with a red. I mean, it's insane.
What was your guys' take on the most iconic goal celebration that we've seen in, I guess, a couple years now, when Preston Judd did the dog pee
The
on
dog
the flag?
peeing.
Fantastic.
Can I
The
just
European
say-
mind could not comprehend.
No, it's a damn shame because I think Dries Mertens did that for Napoli a few years back. But
Damn it!
I'm an unk. So the new gen won't recognize that. It wasn't on their TikTok next to Subway Surfers videos, so they won't know. But can I say there is something so fun about an old school MLS coach in Bruce Arena taking a very established MLS side, the San Jose Earthquakes, that for years have not been fun or as fun as they could be. I'm on the Quakes Reddit right now, and all the comments are like, wait, these guys are fucking good now. Like taking a fan base and a team like that and schooling the new guy in town, San Diego, that hasn't had to suffer at all. I, as a proponent of MLS 2.0 and 1.0, I am a fan of that, and I'm a fan of Bruce Arena. Thank you, Bruce. And thank you, Preston Judd, a guy who maybe in another life would be a 75 goal striker for DC United in 2001. But unfortunately, he was born a couple of years too late. And so now he just gets to stunt on these fools in San Diego as who he is now. And that's fun. Getting owned by an old school MLS striker. I just love it. It's like they keyed your Tesla, San Diego. You got keyed, bro.
Also, really quickly, like Preston Judd, both of his names are really good dog names, if you think about it. So the dog pee is a pretty fitting celebration. And also,
Okay,
I love
so-
the reason behind it. He's
Imagine
trying to
owning-
raise money for his dog's surgery. I love that.
He needs to
What
raise
kind of-
money for his dog's surgery? He's a professional soccer player. Imagine having 2 wiener dogs named
Hold
Preston.
on.
One wiener dog named Preston, one wiener dog named Judd.
What kind of what kind of dog would Preston be?
Wiener dog.
Wiener dog, Daniel,
Yeah.
Jeremy, Juan. What do you guys think?
Bro, I'm so bad with dog breeds. I don't know.
What white people be like? What kind of dog breed is a San Jose striker named after?
Judd is a Cavalier King Charles. Preston is, oh my god, I'm just trying to think, like, just
A Chihuahua.
I feel like no, it'd have to have a strong chin.
Fuck you too, then,
If it-
bro.
if it's Preston.
We
Shit.
need
Greyhound.
it needs to be something big and something small, so we can have like a Lenny and George situation.
Yeah, I think Judd is a German Shepherd.
Okay.
Why can't? Well, what about Judd is a husky?
He's a big boy.
Mm.
This isn't your
No,
conversation.
he's a big
Juan.
boy though.
All right, I'll
This
just
ain't
see
for you,
myself
bro.
out,
This
dude.
ain't for you, bro.
But by the way, Daniel, you said like he's a professional soccer player. Last year, his base salary was $185,000.
Okay.
in the Bay Area.
So that's
the
like,
Bay
that's
Area.
Raleigh, $75K a year.
Yeah.
That's
tough.
he's
I know.
surrounded.
Yeah, so
by-
don't be
Who
dissing
work
my
at
homie.
AI
He needs
startups.
to get paid, bro. Who's doing the cash for and then contract extension for Preston Judd?
Sporting Kansas City, they're going to 4-4-2.
No, don't say KC, bro. That's a crazy pick.
Why did that move me? Why did I just get?
Imagine 2 big fucks just in the box.
Oh wait, dude. Okay.
Why not
Yeah.
Houston?
I don't want Houston to have nice things. I mean, sure they could do it, but like that's not very fun for everyone. If Houston gets Preston Judd, no, he is thriving with this Quakes team. Why do you want to
It'll
move
be
him
the
so
Galaxy
badly?
again.
Because he
It'll
needs
be
to
the
get
Galaxy again.
paid,
He
bro.
needs to get paid. And his next contract extension is definitely him getting paid.
It'll be the LA Galaxy again.
It'll be like
Oh
Christian
no!
Oh,
Don't say
you
the
know?
Galaxy, no.
It will be. Joao Klaus and Preston Judd up top. What do we? Okay.
Oh,
nothing matters
Sporting
anymore.
Kansas City.
Don't say
He
Joao
fits the
Klaus
bill.
joins SKC, bro.
Not Sporting Kansas City, sorry. St. Louis. My bad. Shit, same thing.
He low-key does. He low-key does. Except he's not
St. Louis
German.
already has. St. Louis already has like the beta version of like Preston Judd and Betcher. Like they don't need to get the real thing. They just need to like make sure Betcher can. And also, they have Sergio Cordova, by the way, who I was told was a
God.
very, very good striker in this league. So
Someone
more on
said
St.
your
Louis
name,
later.
brother.
But just let San Jose pay him legitimately. They don't have like they cleared a ton of salary space this offseason. An offseason that I thought was like terrible, but apparently Bruce knew the entire time. He proved me wrong.
Hey, bro, they can't even extend Christian Espinoza. What makes you think they're going to actually pay Preston Judd, bro? They're going to forget how to increase the contract number and round out a zero the wrong way. And it's going to be like 18,500. He's going to be like, no, what is this offer? You guys ever do that in FIFA?
Yes.
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 You submit offer and you didn't mean to lowball, but your finger slipped or something. Man.
Do you know
good
who needs a
times.
striker to lead us into the next one?
Miami?
I was thinking Austin FC because Ozuni hit the post like 3 times.
Man, all right, let's move on. Let's. I cannot believe that this stadium is called New Stadium, guys.
I guess, bro.
It feels like they're missing the. So it just sounds like baby talk at New Stadium.
To be fair, a lot of these I've seen a lot of people walking around Kansas City with messy Miami jerseys, and a lot of them are about baby age. So,
well, I mean, it wasn't too long ago that Miami kit was like the highest selling amongst like elementary school kids, right? So it's like, man, like that's the thing about Messi is he, say what you will, we're gonna get a bunch of like wave of just crazy Miami kids, and so it's now our job to make sure they turn their ball to the right side of history, right? We got to start pushing outside the box for these future ball knowers, because they could be watching Saudi League. You know what I mean? You see
That's
two
true.
kids. You
it
see
could be
two
worse.
kids in the elementary school. The guy with the messy Miami kit mogs the Cristiano Ronaldo Al Nassr kit every time.
That
right.
is true.
But fellas, Miami, what are we thinking? Berterame benched for the much more active Matteo Silvetti. Despite the constant stream of misinformation online, Messi did not score the first goal at New Stadium. It was a one Guilherme Biro.
Justice for Biro. Justice for Biro. Hashtag.
Yeah.
It was almost Uzuni.
It
was.
It's close to being Uzuni. Oh my, we were so close, guys. So close.
So close to
Unbelievable.
answering the question. What he even does.
Oh,
finally
wait,
would have
hold on.
known.
Who watched this game though, kind of walking away semi-impressed with Muyerto Ozuni?
I mean, no,
Dude, he's
I'm not
so
gonna go
close to
there.
putting
I'm
it
not
together.
gonna go there.
He's so close.
Y'all
to
can
putting
go
it
there.
together.
I'm not gonna go there.
Like Daniel, I feel that, but also your argument kind of feels like that Japanese soldier keeps fighting for 10 days after World War II ends, kind of thing.
Yeah. Just
Like,
imagine
like,
he played his real position, bro. Just
like I'm with it. I'm with it. But like,
What is his real position?
10, I would guess. I don't know.
No, he's not a 10, bro.
Second strike.
you could be a little more confident on that.
I don't know where I'd play him. I don't.
And I fucking guess, dude. I don't know.
Bro,
So he was supposed to play up top in a dual striker situation with Brandon Vasquez, correct? He was never supposed to be a lone striker.
I mean, according to I don't think we'll ever really understand the mind of Nico Estevez, because the way I see Uzuni, he plays like Amal Pellegrino, right?
Yes, that's a great comp, but
In
short.
the sense, I mean, shorter, but he's like he's just a wide target forward, right? So when they got him, and like they had Brandon Vasquez, right? So I'm like, it's tough because like I don't think this team's a Brandon Vasquez away from like figuring it out. You know what I mean? Even if they put Uzuni on the left, but I don't even think that's the plan anymore. Like this team is just built to be boring. It's just built to suck the life out of games and like get Biru on the corner kick there, right? Like I don't know, guys. Like Austin are just the worst watch, I think, in Major League Soccer right now.
They're one of few teams right now in Major League Soccer that just keep somehow getting away with only playing, like sending balls forward. It's all they do. They just play on the counter attack and play for set pieces. It's insane.
I mean, not in the fun way that Minnesota did it, because Minnesota did long throws, and they had Markinich pushing up and Bongi, and I mean we'll get to Minnesota later, but
Herrera. They actually had guys who were really fun to watch with the ball. I get no joy out of watching Facundo Torres and Joseph Rosales lead counterattacks.
I love Facundo Torres. He's always in the right spot though. Like he's not a bad player.
I mean, he's got talent. It's just the thing is, like if Austin go and get Carlos Gil right now, I'm tuning in. You know what I mean? Like they just don't have a guy that links it all together in a way that makes it actually worth watching. And I think they know that. So they're like, we're just gonna just make this like gross and ugly. And God, it's like not even the savvy as Minnesota, because Minnesota were like, oh, we're built to hit you on the attack. Like Kelvin Yeboah running at you, Tani Lawashe running at you. Like, man, that Minnesota team, guys, it quickly got dismantled. I kind of do miss it. But
well,
man,
is that not what Facu Torres was supposed to be?
No, I don't think so. Because Facu's like more of a finisher, I think.
Okay. They keep playing him like in that sort of like not inverted role, I guess, like and I don't know the word I'm looking for, but he's like more withdrawn role, I guess, where he's not getting on the end of chances, but he's got 3 assists so far. I imagine most of them are from corners, but yeah, Jeremy's nodding his head. Of course, Jeremy's on it. So, like, is that not a waste of Facu? Is that not like, is there coaching there that can be done that makes him more of that linchpin that ties it all together? That's what I thought he was going to be when they went out and got him. That's what seems like the most logical thing to me, but I don't know.
See, for me, Facu's the guy that's just going to create for himself and for his others because he's a good soccer player, but he would do so much better with a sidekick out there. You know what I mean? Like because like Facu's doing a lot, and that's my concern. Whereas like Driussi needed a cast around him, right? And then Facu can like do like I would rate Facu ahead of Driussi here in this instance here, but Facu can create for himself. He can spot where to be in the box. Like he's just a good soccer player. And I think regardless, good soccer players always stand out, right? Whereas like I don't know, like I think you guys are more impressed with Uzuni like week after week, and I'm like I was impressed last year, and now it's like, okay, I'm not getting my hopes up again. I'll be willing to fall for it with Tata Martino in Atlanta, but not with Mirtu Uzuni for another year.
He was really good in this game, Juanners. He was really good. And for some reason, FotMob hasn't credited him with the assist on Jaden Nelson's goal, but he had the assist for that. Beautiful, beautiful pass in. And if this team is just going to be Biro on the set pieces and Nelson on the counter, it's boring. It's somewhat effective. But is that also due to just Miami being, are the pieces fitting here, guys? Are we still on Rocco watch? I'm on Rocco watch 100%.
Rocco. I think that was bold when they went and got him even after getting St. Clair, because I mean between him and Crepeau, it's like, man, Canada, are y'all rolling with either of these two? like it doesn't look like either of them are going to make. Who's the guy with the sweatpants? Didn't we bring him up last week?
The Canadian.
Borja? Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it
Borjan, I think. Plays
Yeah,
out
we
in
need to get the guy
Saudi.
with the
Very
sweats,
good.
bro.
Dude, they need to. I mean, it's interesting that Dane St. Clair, like, he cannot win in this situation because it's like he left Minnesota for less money than they were offering him to come down to Miami and be bad. Like, he tarnished his reputation up in Minnesota, and he hasn't even started building one in Miami yet. I think that the best way to encapsulate this Miami kind of trying to fit pieces together stage that they're at almost is the video of Messi passing nowhere and then Taylor Twellman trying to cover for him and saying, like, the ghost of Jordi Alba was out there. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up.
What do you mean? What do you mean he saw the ghost of Jordi Alba? No, that was a bad pass. He saw a ghost? That would get you burned at the stake in Salem. Like, if you went around saying you saw a ghost.
The thing is, that. I saw a crazy TikTok edit of that, and I was like, the edit went hard. But
I bet.
But the thing is, I don't listen to. I always go into the radio commentary whenever Twelman's. So I heard that like way after the fact. I thought that was AI. But man, God, I don't know. Miami. It felt like they're just not going to be this team, but it feels like they Atlanted us when it's like good offseason, buy. And then now you're like seeing the fruits of their purchases. It's like, is it a Yannick Bright and DePaul partnership? Is a DePaul and Ayala partnership? It's like, You had all this depth ready to like play on a week-to-week basis in CCC, and now you don't have that. And it's like, I would expect Miami at home to just like put Austin on a leash and like belt to ass in the new stadium. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, dude. You can't score against Nico Estevez's like Austin FC here.
They couldn't score against Brad Stuver. They couldn't score against Brad Stuver, which a lot of teams struggle with that. They were able to get through. They kind of did belt to ass. The problem was they couldn't finish. Like that. Austin plays the majority of all their games in their own half, and they basically say, Brad Stuver, you have to protect a point. That's their entire game plan. Brad Stuver has to protect a point, and we'll try and get 2 big chances on the counterattack, maybe 2 big chances on set pieces. But other than that, we're just going to be fighting for our lives in our own box. And to be fair, for a team that is going on the road in Miami, this game plan would work. But the problem is they do this every week. They do this shit at home. Like that. That's why it's so annoying to watch. Like parking the bus in this game is perfectly understandable. They do this shit every week. And that's why it pisses me off.
I think my problem isn't that they couldn't score against a Nico Estevez Austin, because a lot of teams struggle with that. It's that they let a Nico Estevez Austin score twice on them. That's the issue, because the Nico Estevez Austin teams don't score. They had the least goals in MLS last year with 37. They scored 37 goals last season. Are you kidding me? And they got 2 today. They're already like
and they're in the playoffs.
Percentage of the way there.
They were in the playoffs.
Yeah. Austin, I also think, and I might have read this wrong, but I don't think Austin FC have actually lost to Miami in their history. Very funny stat.
When you play them once every 10 years, yeah. Oh wait, 10 years. No, none of these teams have even been around for 7 yet.
Sure, but still fun.
Austin was 21. Miami was the year before. Oh my God.
Austin was 21.
Austin was 21.
That they were
21.
Damn, they weren't around for COVID.
No, they weren't.
No.
The league really went downhill after
And
that.
they only played in Like they never played in like a football stadium.
A football
Austin?
stadium? Or yeah, they had their stadium like ready, but it took them a while to open it. I remember they opened that like midsummer 21. It wasn't like right as the season started.
Yeah. It was they were a little bit of a Montreal, a hypothetical Montreal run there. But the thing is, like for me, like the defense is one thing, but this is a team with Lionel Messi, Herman Berterame, like Rodrigo De Paul, like these are the guys that, like, because I mean, when De Paul did it against DC, I'm like, whatever, and when Messi did it against DC, I'm like, whatever, yeah, farm your clip, farm your dumbass engagements, bro. Yeah, Messi is killing it in MLS. I mean, and I mean, he did score against Austin, but like, gotta see the win. Any other thoughts on this? I mean, we lost Schill for a bit. I'm hoping he rejoins the stream soon. But let's move on to our best games of the week. I want to start with Jeremy, Vancouver and Portland, mostly because there he is. Mostly because I had a great time reading your recap about it, and a lot could be said about this young Portland Timbers team, but I'll let Jeremy give it to us straight.
Can I talk about the Vancouver Whitecaps first? Because I've gotten to watch them twice, and I was up in Canada for this game. If they end up getting relocated, it's going to be so depressing, guys. It's going to be so depressing. Like their fan base, at least at home games, they want to be English. They want to be English really badly. During opponent starting lineup introductions, they say wanker after every player is named, and also AZ Jackson, because like they do the call and response where like the announcer does Seattle does the same thing where it's like starting in midfield, number 7 Christian, and then the crowd says like rolled on. For AZ Jackson, who is now a main character, they just say A and the crowd says Z. He's completely dropped the Jackson. He's just going by AZ.
And
Money
wait,
type shit.
Isn't he also like? Did he go by AZL Jackson? Am I like?
Yeah.
No, I think you're right.
It was initially AZL Jackson. Mm-hmm. Now he's AZ. Like when the entire crowd is chanting back Z, I'm sitting in the press box like, this is really funny, guys. But like, no one really like. It's a joke that only I'm laughing at for whatever reason. Another joke that I was only laughing at is how for teams that play on turf, I forgot whether or not Bank of America Field is turf. I feel like it is. Like Charlotte, I feel like they have turf there. But you got to water the turf, usually with a very long hose. They've made it perfectly Canadian. They have a little Zamboni that just drives up and down the field, spraying water out of it. I'm like, God, why didn't we think of that? Like, it's just so genius. It's so cool.
And Canadian, to be fair.
Yeah. And the stadium is really like interesting because it seems like it's a really big arena on TV, but it's actually like really like what's the word? It's like close, it's compact, it's
intimate?
There's a word I'm thinking. Intimate, exactly. Yeah. It's just like an intimate stadium. It gets pretty loud, especially when the Whitecaps are good and people actually show up. A lot of people showed up to this one. It was a record crowd, and they got to be treated 6 minutes in by the Portland Timbers deciding, is Vancouver the best ball progression team in the league? Yeah, they are. Should we press them? Yeah, sure. So their entire back line on the halfway line, so Takaoka can just go long. It looks like a clearance. I don't even think he meant to do this. He just goes long, It catches Alex Bontig and Jimmer Forey out. It also forces James Pantemis to come off his line, which, by the way, if we're speaking about red cards, Pantemis decides the last second that he's not going to commit a red card offense here and pulls out of this challenge on Eddie Ocampo, who's suddenly in behind. Ocampo has a full open goal to aim at, and he still picks out the bottom corner. Congratulations to him. It's 1-0 to Vancouver 6 minutes in. Vancouver has like 10 billion opportunities to add to this lead. But Brian White gets somehow star first service, and Jackson is constantly making just the wrong decisions around the box. He's shooting when he should be passing. He's passing when he should be shooting. They're unable to basically get a clear-cut chance off of a cutback. Their next best chance comes from Thomas Muller heading it into the path of Cheek Savali, who he isn't going to be starting for that much longer, guys, because they have two better wingers on the roster than him. One of whom is going to make his debut later in this game and is actually going to be absolutely electric, and is like the Whitecaps are now starting to be able to get away with it too, because they are just able to bring in these ridiculously good players, and Jesper Sorensen is able to make them into even better players. And he's also a really good player. What?
I will say their defense is getting healthy, by the way. Ranko Veselinovic on the way back.
Yeah,
so
Ralph Priest's out for 10 weeks. So, RIP to your boy.
Hopefully it's not 10, bro.
That's what the press release said. They're saying like 8 to 10 weeks for him with the hamstring.
Oh, I'm just finding this out.
Yeah, depressing. But the beauty of being the Vancouver Whitecaps is it doesn't really matter who is actually starting, because they're all going to be able to find like a very consistent floor and a very high floor. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about really good players like Juan David Mosquera, who's back and who scored an unbelievable goal. Legitimately, like goal of the season contender already. The way he strikes this volley across, like he hits this across his body, across Takaoka's goal, perfectly into the top corner. Just perfect. That allows the Timbers to get back in the game, which at this point they do not deserve to be in this game. I think we can all agree on that. They also don't deserve to be winning at halftime, but they're doing it anyway because Laborda screws up a clearance in his own box. From what I've heard from Vancouver fans, Laborda as a center back is kind of like a little worrisome compared to him playing as a fullback. Also, he's just a really good player, and I really like watching him, and it makes me very angry to say that. But, yeah, he screws up a clearance. Mosquera, it latches right onto it. Quick little slip pass to David DaCosta. DaCosta gets on the board for the first time this season with a nice little chip. He dances for a pretty long time in the corner. Vancouver fans boo the shit out of him. This is a rivalry game. It's about damn time we remembered it was a rivalry game. Then Jesper Sorensen, I shit you not, does the same thing he does last year, where Vancouver is down 1 goal at halftime, so he subs out a winger. He takes out a winger who isn't really doing that well. Last year was Jaden Nelson. This year it's AZ Jackson. And he brings on, at least this year, he brings on Emmanuel Sabi. Last year he brings on Ali Ahmed. And the point of doing this is exactly the same. They are going to pin Anthony in, like, basically outside his own box so the Timbers can offer nothing on the counterattack. Because Vancouver's press is so well organized that any ball coming up the middle, it's not going to be able to get out. It's not going to get out of the half. The only way the Timbers are going to be able to break this press is if they have someone over the top who can latch onto a long ball. And that is Anthony, and he's playing left wing back because Phil Neville has decided that they're low blocking for the entire second half, up 1 goal on the road. And Vancouver has so many chances to tie this game. So many. They had a chance for a penalty in the 58th minute when Velda just pushes Tate Johnson over in the box. Doesn't get called, but you know what? I think that was a decision that went in the Portland Timbers' favor, guys. If I do say so myself. But the decision that doesn't go in their favor ends up being in the 90th minute. Ocampo sends a cross or a shot. It doesn't matter. He just hits the ball really hard. Anthony's kind of in the way. It hits his hand. Very clear handball. I don't think there's anything controversial about this call. At worst, it's just unfortunate. It's just horrific luck. But you know what? If you're a good team, you can overcome these bad moments. Portland Timbers are not a good team, guys. They can't really do that. So Mueller steps up to take the penalty. It's literally a matter of inches. This misses James Pantemis' right hand because he dives. Mueller starts to go slightly down the middle, but Pantemis is still putting his big old paw up. He's just a little bit too late. And this game is tied. So that decision technically causes them to drop 2 points, but doesn't cause them to lose this game. Do you know why they lose this game? Because Alexander Aravina, in the final minute of stoppage time, is driving down the right side. He doesn't take it to the corner. I don't think he has to take it to the corner here because he does have Felipe Mora. And on Felipe Mora's left side is a wide open David DaCosta, who, if you remember correctly, scored with the last kick of the first half to give the Timbers the lead. Aravina decides, I'm going to pass it to my fellow countryman, except I'm going to pass it behind him, which he does. It allows Sebastian Berhalter to run up from behind, do a quick little clip farm, which
quick little effort.
Tackle. Yes, very good effort. It's the last minute of stoppage time of this game. He's running down players in his own half. And then because Vancouver's really good at ball progression and the Timbers are terrible at counter pressing, he's able to latch on to another loose ball, played to Tate Johnson. Tate Johnson just, once again, no pressure on him. Easy switch to Sabi. Sabi tries to beat Jim Rafori. Shot gets blocked. Deflection falls right to Berhalter at the top of the box. Game-winning goal for Vancouver. They're going nuts. I'm in the press box like, yeah, sure. Yeah, they did it again, guys. Yeah. That's the game recap. Do I talk about the post-game press conference now, or do I wait until later? But let's get into it. Finn Sermon is sad as shit in his post-game press conference because he's just like, why do we keep doing this? Why does this team keep giving up these goals at these times? Why do we give up so many silly, stupid goals all the time? It's from the way they're set up, Finn. It's not your fault. It's because your forward line has no idea what they're supposed to be doing off the ball. They have no idea how they want to press. And if your back line is going to be under siege the entire game, like they essentially are every single game, it's because there's no defensive identity in this team. And Phil Neville had the audacity today to say, oh, this was our best pressing performance of the season. The data shows it to us. What?
He's an analytics guy.
What the fuck? I heard like 4 different things out of Phil Neville's mouth today that made me say, like, what in the hell is going on? Most notably saying, I always take responsibility, when his primary MO after this game is to say, this was a terrible refereeing decision. This is why we've lost the game. It's because of this stupid handball and not the fact that we couldn't escape our own half for the entire second half and registered 1 total shot in the entire second half. That's what it is. It's not me that's wrong. It's these referees that are wrong. So when you're trying to protect 1 point, when you're trying to protect a 1-goal lead on the road for an entire half by low blocking, and ultimately you get some really bad bounces, because those are the 2 goals the Timbers conceded in the second half. They're both bad bounces. The handball, just Forey's deflection falling right to Berhalter. You lose the ability to control your ability to react to those bad bounces, and they didn't. And then there's Neville getting mad at a reporter for asking, like, why are you still employed? Which is a question that like 90% of Timbers fans are asking right now. Am I asking it? Professionally, no. Internally, yes. Because I spent 14,000 words after this game saying that even if they had won, even if this handball doesn't go against them, even if they don't concede late, I'm still like, this game did nothing to change my opinion of this team. It really didn't. It just reinforced the belief that this team has some really, really, really good soccer players that are not being set up to succeed.
Phil Neville sounds like a man on the hot seat.
You
The way he's
think?
been acting. He sounds like he's had some tough conversations with the owners.
Man, Jeremy, thanks for eloquently putting the entire, because I mean, you were going through and I was like, yeah, that's exactly how it happened. I don't know about, I might contend with you on the good players part, because I don't know. It's really just I don't know. I don't know. Jose Caicedo, got to see more of him, obviously.
He
That
was
the
so
first time.
good. He was.
But I mean, one game. You said
Against
Gastelum on Joao
Vancouver.
Ortiz. Still got to see it again, though. Like,
This is Joao Ortiz's second good game in a row. There are people thinking, like, when Bassett comes back, does he immediately get his starting spot? Because that's how good Joao Ortiz has been.
but I mean, even going back to the Alexander Aravina bad pass behind, like, that's not, I mean, at that point, like, we're in the chaos section of the match. And if you know, like, and sure, you can blame the coach for having him on there, right? But like, that is so suspect there. Like, you have to be able to get that pass through there. You know what I mean? Like, Kelsey also, I know you read it's lacking a lot from the service, but between him and Mora, I'm still not sure who really should be the starter there. You know what I mean? Like it feels like, yeah, like maybe the coach, definitely the coach is misplaced. You know, like I'm not gonna continue with you on that, but also beyond that, it's like, of Felipe Mora, Kevin Kelsey, who are you starting like on a week-to-week basis? Is it Kelsey?
Easily.
So what do you do with Mora?
You start him. You give him spot starts, obviously, but like, it is like, Mora spent a huge part of last season just being unable to find the back of the net, and he had chances. He had better chances than Kelsey, but he was screwing up the finishes on a lot of them, and he didn't look like he was completely in sync with the rest of his teammates. Kelsey is the guy who you buy last year to get him settled, this year to see if he can win the starting job. So you have to keep starting him. And he's looking a lot better. He made this one run in the first half. He got goal side of Blackman. No one crosses him the ball. It's like a golden chance that he has right there. All he needs is the ball to come to him. No one's crossing him the ball. Christopher Velda is literally coming across the field to intercept a pass that's going to him instead of making that run, dummying it, and letting Kelsey, who was going to flick him the ball into space, giving him free room to run downfield. No, he just takes the ball, starts running, wins a foul instead. Like, free Kelsey. Hashtag free Kelsey. I cannot say it loud enough. I feel like I'm going insane because I absolutely see the light on him. I absolutely do. And there is just stuff that he does every single game that I'm like, this is so good. This is so good. This is better than last year. He's not pouting. He's making the runs. Sure, he doesn't press very well, but this entire team doesn't know how to fucking press. So it's a matter of giving him the chance to succeed, and I'm really worried that Neville just hates him, if I'm being perfectly honest. After this game, a Vancouver reporter asked Neville, like, what are some of the positives you can take from this game? He just starts listing players. There are only 2 starters who he doesn't mention, one of whom is Pantemis, who didn't have the best game. Is that a topic of conversation, some Pantemis regression from last year? I think it is. But the other one who he doesn't mention, and he specifically asked about young players, is Kevin Kelsey, the most expensive young player this club has. I am just so worried because I can see Kelsey becoming a top-tier striker in this league. He's only 21, mind you. He's only 21.
Cash for.
I'm just so worried.
This brings up a really good hypothetical, a blind resume, if you will, Jeremy Peterman. So they're both age 21. They're both forwards. Attacker 1 has a 6.51 rating, has played 181 minutes, and has 1 goal contribution. Attacker 2 has a 7.3 match rating, has played 36 minutes, and has 2 goal contributions. You taking 1 or 2? We'll go around the circle.
And
who are you taking? Who are you taking, Juanners? 1 or 2?
I don't know, dude. How many minutes did the first one play?
181.
It's like not really much. I'll take 1.
One only has 1 goal contribution with a 6.51 foot mob rating in 181 minutes. Attacker 2 has a 7.3 foot mob rating, has 2 goal contributions in 36 minutes.
I mean, that could be his only 2 in those 36 minutes. More data, more sample size at every time.
Yeah, this is too small of a sample size.
Pick 1 or 2, top of your head. Joss, go.
1.
Fuck it. The horse's name was Friday, I think. That's I'm so lost. 1.
Jeremy?
I'm just gonna take 2.
You're taking 2?
Like this is a flawed question.
Attacker 1 is Kevin Kelsey. Attacker 2 is Archie Goodwin.
I knew you were gonna bring up.
You're gonna put Archie
Charlotte.
Goodwin in there? 2 goals against the 10-man Red Bulls? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Bro, I knew this was some bullshit. I knew it was some bullshit.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
I was like, yeah.
I'm just saying. No hashtag noticing. Hashtag noticing.
Oh my god, bro.
Hashtag noticing.
Kevin Kelsey, future star striker in this league, by the way.
What did you say?
I said Kevin Kelsey, future star striker in this league, by the way.
Yeah, for Charlotte FC, bro. I mean, I'm gonna transition this out of it.
Replacement. Let's be real.
Oh, Kevin Kelsey on Dallas.
Yeah.
Kelsey Kaike. Oh my god.
I know you guys see the vision.
I'm gonna move on though because I'm glad you brought up Charlotte. I am ringing the alarm bell on Aiden Taklamati. What happened to my Gorno?
He had an assist.
But brother, how many goals does he have this season? I don't remember screaming for Taklamati so far in the Discord chat.
That's
He's got 0, right?
He doesn't have any. That's why I brought up Archie Goodwin.
Okay, well, I'll let you lead off because you have Charlotte, Philadelphia at your number 1. Very fun match, if I do say so myself. But I'll let Daniel take the lead since he wants to hype up Archie Goodwin.
Well, heavy is the head that wears the 3rd place as of now crown in the East.
Whatever.
Hashtag stop the count. You guys can't. We'll take 3rd. It's a tough. It's the MLS Beast Boys. No, it's just this was a game that I felt like was a trap game because of how poorly Philadelphia has been playing. So it was really nice. It was really nice to walk away with the result here. Pep Beal, who I was going to do another hypothetical for later, but I decided not to, continues a impressive run of form as the best non-DP player in this league. I think we can. Oh shit! Sorry. Pep Biel continues his run of form that makes him one of the best players in this league as a non-DP. And Ashley Westwood, boys, we've been calling him out now for the last 3 weeks or so. But when you talk about spines of your team and how important players that are real leaders and have game experience and how important they are to teams, like Ashley Westwood's like just the perfect player for that. What do you guys think about the Diani? What?
Yeah, well, I was about to say Goss theorem on Diani.
I like he just takes up. He feels like he takes up so much room in that midfield and clogs it up. And I think that's kind of what they need because Westwood's a pretty small guy. So I like his work rate. Like he's always around the ball. He's really good at pressing, and he just takes up so much space that he's a big guy to try to pass the ball around. So, I mean, if you have to pick between Diani, what would it be? It would be Diani, Bronico, and De La Torre. I mean, Diani's probably and he would be my top choice right now. You guys got to stick with him. Yeah,
I agree.
He would be my top choice.
I agree. I'm there too. I'm honestly there with Jibril Diani. What about Joss, Jeremy? Any thoughts on that midfield? Or is it Brant? I mean, is Brant Bronico's time in the sun over as a legitimate starter?
He would.
I'm amazed that they haven't gotten one. They need another guy. It's not Diani. He's the best one they have now, but it's not him long term.
I think you would love a Diani, wouldn't you?
No, like Jose Caicedo.
Yeah, I was about to say, like if Charlotte had Jose Caicedo, it's over.
Yeah,
but
do you guys know what the other piece of this too is? They didn't.
What?
They started Kerwin Vargas, and I think that's super important for the Charlotte team. Like he's so much more dynamic in the attack for what he doesn't really provide on defense like Abada does. At least like my biggest worry for Charlotte FC this year has been where are the goals going to come from because Gorno is in a goal drought.
Yeah,
he's not
desert, bro.
He's not looking like the player as of now that we saw.
Oh wait, no, he has two. He has two. Scored against Austin and Charlotte.
Austin and who?
Austin and
Charlotte.
Yeah,
Gorno.
He didn't have a shot in this game though.
No.
Yeah,
no.
That's
so.
concerning.
Wait, Gorno scored.
Sorry.
Concerning.
Austin in New York. 6-1
I was
against New York.
tripping there for a second. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
And that was the opener too. So he led the score. He started the scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Still though, I don't know. Yeah. What do you think?
I don't. I think you ride the Toklamati thing out until summer because there is next pro options if you need to dip to him. And Archie Goodwin, I don't know if Archie Goodwin actually provides more than what Toklamati has. So if he's the best you got, he's the best you got right now.
Who's on Crown Legacy? What about Bershimas?
Bershimas, that's an option. I can't remember the kid's name because I don't really pay attention to it. He's popped up on my Twitter feed a couple times, but they have a kid in their Crown Legacy who's kind of been dominating.
Loco?
Yeah, he's very like Patrick Adjumane coded, where he's a big body, boxes you out, kind of built like Romelu Lukaku. Like he's just got that big frame, and that's what kind of strikers play really, really well in Dean Smith ball. You want to say something, Jeremy, before we move on to Philly?
Third place is about where Charlotte should probably be right now. But once again, I still don't have a ton of confidence in this team to be good on the road. But they're the best home team in the league. And
that helps a lot.
I don't really have I really wanted to say mean things about Archie Goodwin, but he didn't really do anything in this game. Daniel, you've made me like I am angry at Archie Goodwin now. Also, wait, really quickly, congratulations to Wilfred Zaha, the first player suspended for yellow card accumulation this year.
It's gonna happen a couple times too. He's gonna keep doing it. He's gonna the second he thinks he should be getting a foul, he's gonna go get in the ref's face. He's gonna keep doing it. He can't help it.
What about Philly thoughts, Joss? Anything on Philly?
God, thoughts on Philly? No, it's bad. things are bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, things are bad. And I follow a Philly fan on Twitter today. I've been following him for a while. His name's Balls McNaughton. Shout out Balls.
Shout out balls.
But he posted something today that said like my hometown team sucks ass and my national team star player is a whore. My life sucks. And I'm gonna give that away. Like I'm gonna give it up to Balls, man. Like he could say that better than I can. Give it up for Balls.
Vibes are so low on Philly Twitter right now, bro.
Vibes are horrendously low on Philly Twitter. They're still winless.
Yeah.
And it's April, first week of April, and they still haven't won a game. Is that good?
Or a
tell me if
point.
that's good. Someone tell me if that's good. Someone let me know if that's good.
So hard to believe this team won the Shield last year.
Does Ty Baribo fix any of this? Probably not.
Kai Wagner does.
Wait, yeah. Also, I have a stat for you.
Does.
This Philly season was sold on the promise of Ezekiel Alada and Bruno Damiani be the striking tandem. That's right? We can agree on that. How many shots on target do they have combined?
9.
4.
Josh says 9. Warner says 4.
I'm gonna say
Daniel
7.
0.
Oh shit!
They do not have a single shot on target between the both of them.
Is that good? Someone tell me if that's good.
That's not true. I've watched Damiani. That's really? You fucking for real? You're lying.
Here.
For real. I'm not lying. I'm not being sneaky either. Legitimately.
Oh
0.
no, he's right. He's right.
No.
Yeah.
So every
my
single
God, this
time,
dude
I
is-
can't believe every single time I've watched Damiani hit, it's just been like that. Oh, that should have went in, and it went wide and didn't get blocked.
It was
Damn.
it's 0.0 shots on target per 96 according to my model here. That's crazy. Fuck, dude. That's
hot seat kind of shit. Like find a replacement.
Is it though?
Is it, or is that just failing? Is that players failing to do their fucking jobs? Like I don't know. Alado, new guy in the league, right? It's going to take some time to get used to things. He's coming from Norway. Is that right? Or Denmark?
I believe so. Yeah.
He's
I
coming
think
from
it's
like
Norway.
Sweden.
Sweden.
Brahma Push. Bro, he is. I can't say it.
He's a Broma boy.
Broma Pushkarna. I can't say it. But he
Shout out
is.
Olaf.
He's the Olaf Melberg of strikers. Oh my
Yes!
That is insane. Also, Brahmash Pushkarna that's where Victor Gyökeres came from.
Is that true?
And yeah, it wasn't too long ago. Like Broma was like known for like producing top end striking talent. What the fuck happened? Y'all have been sending out some duds to Major League Soccer recently.
But unfortunately for Damiani is that his song rocks, and he doesn't. He unfortunately doesn't. Like I remember a lot of Philly fans when he first signed, they were like, "Yeah, I mean this is going to be our guy. He's our who is he replacing? He was their Gazdag. He came in after Gazdag left, I think.
Yeah, but even then he
These are
wasn't.
Ua.
Yeah,
Was it-
more
or
like
was
an
it Ura?
Ura replacement. Yeah, because they iced out Ura like slowly once Damiani started getting more and more minutes. It was like, why are you ruining Baribo Ura? Like yeah, we can go back to Gazdag, right? But then Gazdag is like, Gazdag is
also
Ghost
not
dog.
faring much better. Ghost
Ghost
nice.
dog.
They ruined Ura's aura, and that's sad. And I really just wanted to say Ura's aura because that's what it said.
I mean, there's not much aura that you can have in a second year of Bradley Carnell ball. I think
That's correct.
goes without saying.
I have one quick Philly question. Because for the second year in a row, we're seeing a trophy-winning team have a terrible start. Which is more embarrassing? The Galaxy's MLS Cup defense last year or Philly's shield defense this year?
Galaxy.
Philly.
Philly. What seed were the Galaxy in the playoffs? They were like a
2.
Were they a 2? Okay.
No, but
I
the
thought
thing
they
is,
were-
they lost Ricky. They lost Ricky.
They did
There's
lose
n-
Ricky.
I mean,
That's
and
true, but,
Philly
like,
lost a
Philly
lot of
lost
players
Ty
too.
Wagner, Glesnes.
But still, like a lot of that core is still there. Like it's crazy because last year I was so down on this core, and then they ended up just being one of the best teams, right? So I mean, I was like, I don't know if I believe in Makanya. I don't know if I believe in Donley, Gene Jag, or Lukic. You know what I mean? And it's like those are ending up being Philly's best players, but then again, the rest of them still missing. It's one thing to blame the coaching, but like again, like I see these Philly games and they play like last year. You know what I mean? There's just like I think the ball's just not going, and maybe that makes the Galaxy a bit worse. But I mean, when you built the whole team around Pooj, that's the thing is like Philly, it's like, yeah, your styles is not working. Like for another year, it's not working despite it working well the first season. Like Josh immediately clocked it when he was like second season of Bradley Carnell. It happens, you know what I mean? What do you guys
Philly
think?
going away. Death, taxes, and Bradley Carnell second season syndrome.
Time's up, Carnell.
I'm gonna let Josh take it away with what's up, Jeremy?
I got one more Philly thing. The reason why it is Philly, the answer to this is Philly, is because LA had to get rid of some of those players because of the cap crunch. Philly did not need to sell half as many players that they did. They did not need to get rid of Ty Baribo. They really didn't need to get rid of Glesnes either. And you could say whether or not like Kai Wagner eventually deserved a European move. And honestly, they didn't think hard enough about how to replace him. But just Baribo and Glesnes, that makes this team like they have a win if one of Baribo or Glesnes sticks around. I'm fully convinced of that. That this was Ernst Tanner trying to chase the high of one last rebuild before he inevitably gets sent to hell. So, yeah, it's Philly by a mile as to how embarrassing this is.
Also, this is fully deserved for Ernst Tanner's indiscretions. So, you will be reincarnated as a Lotus Flower, Bradley Carnell, if you continue this tank job. Thank you, Bradley Carnell. If you continue this tank job, you shall be reincarnated as a Lotus Flower.
Well done, Justin.
Are there any Lotus Flowers you're seeing out of LAFC in Orlando? Who in Orlando is going to take the fall for this this tank job, Josh? Because you can't fire Poppy now. Poppy's gone, dude. What do you mean we're not the best after Poppy's gone?
Yeah, a few Lotus Flowers, a few things to throw around. If we're throwing around blame for Orlando, I want to read off a couple of statistics for y'all here. So Maxime Crepeau, this is serious. Daniel, look at me in my eyes. This is serious. Don't laugh. Don't fucking laugh. Maxime Crepeau conceded 6 goals off 7 shots. On target. That's so serious. I wouldn't joke about that. Okay, I'm glad this is a serious MLS podcast. Maxime Crepeau, you will not be reincarnated as a Lotus. Okay. In fact, I'm going to read through this Orlando City lineup, and I'm going to tell you each of them and whether they will be reincarnated as a Lotus Flower based on performance. Iago started at left back and a 5-back. You will not be reincarnated as a Lotus Flower. Nolan Miller, the rookie from the University of Michigan. How did he do? Well, worse than his alma mater did last night. You will not be reincarnated as a Lotus Flower. David Brecalo, you scored an own goal. Lotus Flower for you. I'm just going to go through all the hits here. I think Ivan Angulo, he actually will be reincarnated as a Lotus Flower.
Ooh.
He's been probably Orlando's best player.
That's not saying much.
for this season. I know, but he actually, like, he had a 94% pass completion against this LAFC side, who we'll get to. But yeah, he actually can come back as a Lotus Flower. That's okay. Marco Pasalic this season, he isn't coming back as a Lotus Flower. I'm sorry.
No.
I have to say it. Martin Ojeda should have scored, had a couple of shots, a really well-struck shot saved by Hugo Lloris. So he can come back, but maybe as a different flower. I'm not sure yet.
A cash for flower.
He can come back as a cash for, yeah. And Big Dunk McGuire. What's the hey Jeremy? What's the flower on Blackburn's crest?
Oh my God, I should know this.
Is it a rose?
Hold on. Google.
Who's gonna be reincarnated as a chrysanthemum?
It is a red rose.
Duncan McGuire wishes he could come back as a red rose. I'm not sure what he's coming back as now, but that ship has sailed, man. It's over. And finally, my last shout, Antoine Griezmann, for the betrayal that you did to my beloved Sporting Kansas City Wizards FC. You will not be coming back as a Lotus Flower. One more DP striker, bro. I promise that'll fix the problem, Orlando. Just one more DP attacker. That's what we need. Are you kidding me? You're shipping 6 goals. What are you doing? Why are you going out and getting Griezmann, bro? What's he gonna fix? Like, honestly, what does this guy fix? He'll take a starting spot when you already had like a bunch of strikers that could play up there. Duncan McGuire didn't even start this game. It was Thiago who started up top.
And he's a winger, isn't he?
Yeah, I guess. But like, are they gonna have 3 guys that can play striker on one roster when they only play with one striker? What is the roster building that they're doing here? I'm confused. You've lost me. Edward Atuesta also not coming back as a Lotus Flower because he has fallen off this season hard. And I think that's a lot of the reasons why Orlando have fallen off, is that Atuesta's fall off has been nuts and unprecedented. I didn't see it coming, and I'm an all-seeing kind of guy. But like, I don't think any of you guys saw it coming either.
I said it 3 weeks ago. I said he was stinky, and Juanners said, no, he's good.
Daniel, you're coming back as a Lotus Flower, buddy.
I still see. I don't think the problems extend towards Edward Atuesta though, because part of me also thinks, we were ready for another season or not another season, like because last year we were without Wilder Cartagena, and now we're again without Wilder Cartagena. So it's like, give me him and Atuesta, and I think it works. But like, I don't know, Colin Bsky, I think he's pretty good. I think he's got some talent in like, I don't see how that midfield doesn't work out. For me, it's their back line, guys. Like I like seeing Nolan Miller, but Iago, man, if there's one thing you want to point to me, I thought Iago was gonna cook, and so far he's been buns, dude. Brian Ojeda at fullback because Griffin Dorsey. I mean, they got rid of Alexander Freeman, guys. Like, and it's no wonder they've lost all their steam in defense. No Robin Jansen either, right? So I mean, it's a lot of guys you're missing in that back line. And
Rip Schlegel.
Schlegel's gone too. Like they kind of did the Philly move too, where they were like, yeah, we'll figure it out with Iago, with Brekalo, who even though he played as a left back for most of the time, in Orlando's best moments, now he's playing center back, and it's like, yeah, I mean, he's a good defender. He'll play there, but he needs a guy. He needs a partner next to him that's not a young Nolan Miller. Like, ideally, the back line 3 should be Brekalo, Miller, and Jansen, but then you just need more depth there at the position. I don't know. I'm willing to defend Atuesta here so long as this defense behind him is ass too.
Dude, I don't know, man. He had 1 tackle.
But isn't his best position as an 8?
against this LAFC side that set up like Orlando set up as a five back, and sure he is more offensive than his midfield partner, who for this game it was Colin Bsky, but like I just feel like Atuesta, if you're gonna blame the defense, you can't look past the fact that LAFC bypassed him in the midfield so easily. I mean, the guy had 1 tackle and 2 clearances all game. He had a 90% pass completion rate, but that's because most of his stuff was backwards. Like, if we're gonna say defensively he's okay to like shirk off some of that defensive his responsibilities, he's got to be making better passes forward. It's just poor. It's just poor from Orlando, and I cannot believe we're giving Griezmann, because they don't have a new coach yet, right? Orlando don't have a new coach yet. Mm-hmm. We're giving Griezmann to a guy that has like 3 top flight games coached in his career. Are we serious? Why are they? I said this last time I was on, but like, why are they signing a DP striker when they don't even have a coach? St. Louis City, they did the same thing, but with their DP, with their director of football. Like, what are we doing, Orlando? LAFC though, I mean, Bouanga bags a first half hat trick. He's nuts. Son Heung-min gets 4 assists in 1 half, and then somehow still has a lesser rating than Messi. I saw Daniel tweet about that. Tweet about his foot mob rating. He only got a 9.4 versus Messi getting a 10 with like a goal, I think. So that's fun. That's very funny. This LAFC side,
I gotta see live who scored more kick-based points, but go for it.
LAFC, they now have their shutout streak to start the season has extended to 6. They are 10 games unbeaten, and Bouanga has 5 MLS hat tricks now, bro. Like, what a signing! I know we don't talk. I feel like we don't talk about Bouanga the same way that we talk about Hani Mukhtar, Sam Surridge, but maybe it's just because we're used to this LAFC excellence, like as of late. But golly, man, Bouanga, this guy, maybe it's just like because he doesn't want to be at LAFC for the rest of his career, and everyone's like, you know, we're not going to reward him for that. He clearly wants to go to Miami. But like, what a player, you know? And then Son became the second player in MLS history to record 4 assists in 1 half. So that's awesome too. LAFC breaking records. Orlando City feels like the Orlando City of old. I don't know if you guys remember, but like 2016, 2017, before they got that shiny new stadium. Oh, this Orlando
back when
City
they had Sylvester Vanderwater.
Back when Kaká was the new guy on the block.
Yeah. But another point here. LAFC, 0 goals conceded.
Oh, Hugo Lloris still got it, man.
Dude, the 0 goals conceded, like I think that is you know, that for me says a lot about, you know, like, because Orlando was never going to go in there and, you know, find anything worth note here. But you got to, like, again, like, this is what, Orlando's 4th game where they've lost by more than 3 goals? Is that what it is? I don't think they've had a game where they haven't conceded more than 2.
Their goal differential this year is the worst in the league. They're at -18. 6 games.
So that's an average of goals.
Yeah, 3 goals per game.
Is that good?
The only team they've kept to 1 goal is Montreal, and that was their fluke win that they got at home. Which I think we all were like, yeah, that's fake.
Yeah, it's fucking okay, buddy.
Can I go on a quick Orlando tangent really quickly?
Yes.
It's basically agreed upon now in the conventional wisdom that Orlando really started falling apart after they lost their Leagues Cup semifinal to Inter Miami last year. They lost 3-1. And then they got pantsed by LA Galaxy in the 3rd place game. That Miami game was the last game Ramiro Enrique played for this club. And since he has left, they have completely lacked any ability to defend from the front. Like, it's literally just Angulo, and that's it. None of these other players are going to defend from the front the same way Ramiro Enrique does. And I see a pretty big correlation between that and their inability to keep goals out now. They absolutely sold the wrong striker. By the way, Ramiro Enrique, he's playing in Saudi right now. He has 15 goals and 25 league games. For a shit team in Saudi. They're terrible. Al Khaloud Usually you go through these Saudi league teams, you're like, oh yeah, there's a player I know. Aside from Ramiro Enrique, do you know who like the most notable player on Al Khalud is?
Let me
Oscar.
look. Is it Taiwo?
No.
Let me look. Don't spoil it.
What?
Don't spoil it. I'm gonna look right now.
Okay.
Who's on this team?
Literally nobody. Their most
Bro.
notable player is Maizan Maulida, who I signed in career mode because he was a youngster at fucking Nice, and I was like, I can make him into something. Like they just have a failed wonder kid as their like most notable player. The guy who I was like, oh yeah, I know who he is. No. Like Ramiro Enrique's just begging him in for a bad Saudi team with like a bunch of nobodies around him right now.
I think I recognize the name Norbert Gyomber.
Yeah, that one was also a little familiar, but like,
Yeah, why do I know that one? Where did he play?
Y'all are capping, dude. These players are fake.
He played in Italy for a while.
Lourdes Yeah.
Yeah, these players pretty much are fake. This is insane.
Yeah. Except for Ramiro Enrique, who is like heads and shoulders the best player on this team. So, yeah. They fucked up. They fucked up big time. I don't care if it's just like, oh, well, we need to take the money for this. Like, no, you really didn't, because you guys were very much in a championship window. You almost got to an MLS Cup if it wasn't for Andres Reyes. Like, seriously? And now here you are 2 years later dealing with the consequences of your actions. And you let Pareja go after giving him just one of the worst defensive rosters I've ever seen, and expecting Maxime Crépeau to be like the glue that holds it all together. No, that's not how we do things. That's not how this league works. Disgusting.
Any other final thoughts on these guys with LAFC? I know we talked about Orlando, but any LAFC thoughts, fellas?
Well, I mean, like you said, they're 6 games, 6-game shutout streak. They're 10 games unbeaten now. Like, it's just the common LAFC excellence. I'm surprised. I, for one, am a little surprised at how easy the transition has been from Cherundolo, but like, awesome, good for them.
Yeah, I mean, teams that try and remain good typically remain good, right? It helps when you have Human Son now, and Denny Bouanga after the game was like thrilled, just ecstatic to be playing next to Sonny. I'm going to lead us off with my number one match over the weekend, Atlanta Columbus. Mostly because for this one, if there was a game to kind of officially egg on my face, you fell for it again, it's this one. But I don't mind it because Columbus now is like, they're stabilized, but it still feels like they're quite a bit away from being the Columbus team that we know that they can be. My biggest thing from this game was actually what happened in stoppage time, where Henrik Rystrom was like mouthing off at an Atlanta player, and in comes Tata Martino, like marching over and like starting some shit. Meanwhile, Henrik Rydstrom's just stoic, like it's definitely like the it's insane to see Tata so like wound up and like animated over this guy, and Rydstrom's just mogging him, just like he did not move at all from his penalty box after literally starting everything. You also got a little bit of an aggressive Dylan Shambo in the scrum as well, like trying to push Lucas Hoyos back to his goal. I mean, it was mostly a game where the shenanigans at the end is worth going back and seeing, because it just, I mean, it encapsulate kind of this Columbus team who are now running out of a 4-4-2 with Diego Rossi and Wessam Abu Ali as dual strikers up top. And it's kind of insane just how good Dylan Shambo is playing as like the deep lying playmaker, because he sends a beautiful ball into Abu Ali's path. You'd think a guy like Gregerson could close that down. I really thought Atlanta would be better with his integration to the team, but Abu Ali, man, his second goal is amazing. First goal is off a header. And yes, Atlanta come back and score, but then, it's once you concede, it's like first 5 minutes after you concede, what do you look like? Columbus just come and punch them right back in the mouth. It was quite good to see from Columbus. Like we haven't seen this from them in a minute. It's been kind of rough. They've been one of the more unlucky teams, but they're figuring it out, guys. I maybe it's just Atlanta tax, but I'll throw it over to y'all. What did y'all make of Atlanta Columbus? Nothing.
Daniel.
Oh, I did have something. Sorry, I was muted. Question for you. From what you saw from this game, do you think that's enough for Columbus to carry that form forward? Are you kind of bought on them starting to catch form with how sloppy they've been?
Well, who do they have next?
Orlando at home, baby.
Yeah, they'll be
Abu
fine.
Ali scored 5.
They'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
But who were their losses against? The SKC one was a draw, 2-2.
That's a
on
loss.
the road.
They should have won that.
They should have won that. Absolutely.
That's a loss.
They didn't give Gazdag the penalty.
And is that Gazdag's last game? They lost against the Portland Timbers. That's kind of crazy.
It's like season opener though. It's season opener, and Max Arfson just sat there with his fucking hair, letting Ariel Laster get goal side of him. It was a weird game. They were piling on the pressure during the second half, but weren't really creating anything at all, which is weird considering this Timbers team is very good. But
well, here's a question for y'all. Would you rather be in Philly's shoes or Columbus's shoes right now?
Columbus. They have a better roster.
What about Philly or Orlando?
Philly.
Josh, you are a ball knower, pure ball knower.
I just go with my gut, bro. Orlando, it's because we're not even talking about DC United, bro. Fuck, man. It's bad, bro. I have it in a tier list of badness.
I would take Orlando because I genuinely think they're literally just a defensive midfielder and one center back away from actually being a solid team again. But
did you say a DP striker from Atletico Madrid, Jeremy? Is that what you said? I didn't.
I did not say that, but far be it for me to pass him up. It's
true.
He's Antoine Griezmann, dude.
And he's been awesome. Okay.
Any Atlanta thoughts, fellas? Fell for it again.
Fell for it again. I've had to watch them twice in the last 2 weeks and try to come up with good positive talking points about them. They're tough.
They got to blow it up, dude.
Yeah.
They've got to blow it
third
up.
highest wages in the league.
Yeah, they had no mobility, and I really thought Tata would be able to do it. He hasn't been able to, but
Morenchuk is kind of showing us what he does.
Yeah, even this goal, Almiron, dude, how do you not finish that? You know what I mean? He goes, shoots it right into a falling Patrick Schulte.
Is it time to call this Atlanta United team Toronto Federico Bernardeschi Lorenzo Insigne 2.0?
It is.
It's worse.
Yeah,
wait for the
worse.
vape.
There's 3 of them instead of 2 of them.
What's worse than the vape story?
Tata getting red carded in this.
No, what is it? Oh,
They're gonna be. There's a story that breaks in the next couple of weeks where Morenchuk's been eating lemon pepper wings at halftime or something like that. Lemon pepper hot wings.
They've been unable to pull him out of Magic City.
Oh my God, Nashville!
what? They just scored?
No, they just missed a crazy opportunity. Daniel Lovitz missed a crazy opportunity.
Yeah, top of the box.
Corcoran, come on.
Or Moyle, not Lovitz. I confused them.
Oh, it's Moyle, yeah. That's what you get for starting Moyle. Or
The
for
friends.
having him.
Moyle.
The friend of Timothy Chalamet.
Damn. Fellas, let's move on to our
26.
let's move on to our number 2s. I'm going to start it off with Daniel. New York Red Bulls, Cincinnati. Tell us about both of these teams this match. What'd you make of this one?
Guys, the Cincinnati team is this is quite the blow up. And yeah, they're pretty stinky. Anyone listening and not watching Jeremy Peterman is Daniel already moved on to number 2. Wait, what are you talking about?
That's when the spicy ramen hit, brother.
Oh, that's TMI. All right, guys. It's like
It's not my fault you read it aloud.
Yeah.
The pain of eating the noodles
It's not my fault you read it out
sacrificed
loud.
5 hours later. That's kind of like the trade-off.
That's kind of like watching Cincinnati low key though.
Bro,
True.
they're the shits. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was gonna do a hypothetical between Pep Beal and Evander because I thought it was gonna be hilarious, and then make Jeremy pick one of them. But it still feels like their entire offense when they don't create, because they score a lot of their goals off of actual like creation. Like that Buka goal but that was a really good goal, right? It was in build up and transition, like. And then when they can't come up with anything, it's just Evander. Sorry, I'm looking at Foot Mob and it says Ferreira on there for some stupid fucking reason. Evander takes every other opportunity to just fire as many shots at the keeper as he can. And it's like really, really hard to watch. And it feels like no one on the team likes each other. And it kind of makes you wonder how they had so much success last year. I don't know where you guys are on that. They
Look
just
at
aren't
Jeremy's
very fun
smug
team to
ass
watch anymore.
face, bro. Look at Jeremy's smug ass right now, dude. Look at him. He's trying to hold it back. He is
And
evil,
I am
bro.
talking a lot of shit. Like I'm just down on them, right? Because they're having a really rough start to the year, and they could end up proving us all wrong in the next 8 match weeks. But I just don't see it right now.
Well, what'd you make of the Red Bulls in this one? Because it can't have just been that Cincy's that bad. Because I think the Red Bulls, like, they came out, started off strong, and it's like, damn, Red Bulls are back. And then they petered off a bit. And so now to, like, see Julian Hall back on the score sheet again, you had a good performance from Cade Cowell. Like, I think
it was a really good performance from Cade Cowell. I think it was one of his best performances of the year.
And historically speaking, New York has always had Cincy's number at home. Like, one of my favorite things is seeing just how angry Cincy fans get at New York Red Bull fans, and New York Red Bull fans are like, lol, no, we do not think about you at all.
Even when Cincinnati beat New York Red Bulls on penalties, they still had their number because they got Miazga sent off.
Yeah. I mean, I think this match, it's kind of like Philly DC, which is why when DC beat Philly this year, it was like, whoa, we're in a new era of MLS. I mean, Philly have not won since. But what are you guys' thoughts on New York? Are you as sold on the are we all still very much hyped on Adrian Mehmeti? Like, I know we had the Nico Sakira shout, but I think Mehmeti's like pretty up there as well.
I think for their ages, I think Hall and Mehmeti are the 2 best players at that age bracket that I've seen come through this league, at least from a productivity standpoint. What they're doing at their age is so freaking impressive. I don't even think they turn 17 later this year. I think Mehmeti is the older between the 2 of them. I was looking at that earlier. Don't really know why, but it's just really impressive what they're doing, and they're actually getting really, really good wing play as well. And Horvath has been relatively solid, so I'm sold on them from a point of like, hey, I could see them keeping up this pace and beating who they should beat and winning games at home for sure.
And Michael Bradley, man, what a debut season for him so far. What a coaching debut. Maybe the Bradleys just got it like that. They got that coaching gene. I don't know. It'll just be a damn shame when Hall and Mehmeti are announced to move to RB Salzburg in 2 years, and then they don't live up to expectations in the RB system, and then they're back on loan at Montreal and Minnesota and DC United. Does that sound like anybody you guys would think of? Caden Clark? No? Okay. It'll just be a shame when that happens to them. But right now it's fun. Right now it's fun to watch. And I look, I don't know why. I have a bit of a soft spot for our Metro Stars. And when the Metro Stars are fun, the league is fun, I think. And maybe that's just my MLS originality bias. Sorry to the Timbers and Charlotte FC fan here. Shout out to the other Rapids. Shout out to the Rapids fan though. He gets it. But we will. Jeremy's gonna talk to me, bro. He's gonna give me a stern talking to after this. When the Metro Stars are fun, and when it's this youth project led by a USMNT legend that I grew up watching and don't think about how old I am. I think it's just a fun project, and MLS every season has a fun project like this. I think last year it was Minnesota, in that they just wanted to play as little soccer as possible, and that was fun. This year it's the New York Red Bulls, and they are actually playing good soccer with fun young players, and that's cool too.
Speaking of teams with fun young players, we're going to go to you, Joss. RSL.
No, fuck.
Everything you said literally applies to RSL. as
Yeah,
well.
bro. Copy and paste. Copy and fucking paste. Except Mastrioni has more hair than Bradley.
and more of a USMNT legend.
Well,
Male.
Okay.
No.
Anyway.
No, that's the Bible.
Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about this RSL team, guys. They're good. Juan said it in the Discord this weekend, and I may have responded with SKC tax. That doesn't mean anything. This RSL team are good. Okay, here's what. Okay, Jeremy. Here's what RSL does well. 15th place. All right, buddy. Here's what RSL does well, and I saw it against SKC. Now, granted, I want to. Oh, I see. Okay, that's where Juanners picked RSL, not where SKC currently are. Thank you for the clarification. Even though they are currently, yeah, you're typing. They're currently 15th. I know. Delete it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what he said anyway. So, talking about this RSL team, I want to present it with a caveat here. For some ungodly reason, Shapi Suleimanov started at left back in this game. Okay. That's okay. Sure.
He's a Swiss Army knife.
No, he's hardly a Russian army knife. He's hardly a knife at all. No. And then for reason number 2, Manu Garcia started at right wing this game. What stage wiki ball is this, dude? I don't get it. So take everything I say with those grains of salt. But what RSL did really well, and what Mascheroni has coached into these guys, is their press from the front is unbelievable. They have guys like Gilavogi, Selena, Diego Luna cleaning up any loose balls into midfielders from the opposition team. Like, these guys will just hound you, and so then you have to play it long. Unfortunately, if you have to go up against guys like Justin Glad, guys like I can't remember his first name, but Quinton was really, really good in this game. Philip Quinton, he was really good in this game. Calvin Harris really could not get anything past him. And if you're able to get past this RSL press, you're going to struggle up against these RSL center backs. Mascheroni has coached a really, really compact system, and from my sporting blue tinted glasses here, I mean, these guys couldn't clear an Etch-a-Sketch against this team. They couldn't build up if there were Lego instructions involved. Like, that's how much Mascheroni has coached his team to suffocate any team they play against. And I was just really impressed. Sporting KC were bad. They were bad for a number of reasons. Manu Garcia at right wing, Shapi Suleimanov at left back. I like Jake Davis. I forgot he was even on the field for much of it. So that, that all comes with a caveat. But like, this RSL team, I think they're on 16 points now this season. All their goals they scored were really well worked. Diego Luna picks up a loose ball in like the 3rd minute and just runs at the SKC back line and rips one from outside the box. And then he does that stupid fucking big guy pants okay dance. Okay, buddy. Okay, that's fine. Accompany that with his MLS commercial, his what the helly in his MLS commercial. That's awesome. That's just super sick, guys. So we did that. And then Selena scores off of some really good counter play from Art. Salon, sorry. Salon scores off of some really, really strong counterattacking play. I think that takes him up to 4 goals this year already for a rookie out of UCLA. I think he's out of one of the UC schools. So really, really impressive so far in his start of his MLS career. Like, and then Gilavogi was just like bouncing balls off of himself. I mean, Olatunji didn't even like start the game. Could you imagine being like Jansen Miller being like, oh shit, it's 70 minutes in, and RSL are bringing Olatunji into this match after they've already been so good? Bro, sub me out, Rafa. Sub me out, Wiki. Dejan Joveljic gets his customary goal in a game that he loses. I'm just afraid. I'm so afraid.
Now,
I'm so
is this
glad
team
that MLS owns contracts.
is this team a Capita away from like having it all sorted out? Because I still think they need a center back. Like still after all this time.
Well, we have one coming. We got Borges in, and then our guy Orblorian, fresh off of his pod race against Anakin Skywalker, he will be joining us in the summer. After
it may be too late.
Israeli league, we may be cut adrift, bro. Like, yeah, like I think we need a left back, because really I think the only recognized left backs on the roster are Jaden Reed, who is currently hurt, and Zoran Basong, who actually came back from an injury in this game. And Zoran's a fine left back. He's a better New York City mayor. He's a fine left back, and like that's fine. He'll be fine.
Cooking,
but
bro.
I think we're a wing back away. We're a couple of wing backs away from some actual strong performances. I think that Jake Davis in his right wing back position, I thought that that's where he was his best. He did it against Columbus really well. But Shapi Suleimanov at left back, you're just not going to have any fun. Capita might be like, I don't want to drop Calvin Harris is the problem. Now maybe it'll be Capita on one wing, Calvin Harris on the other. That would be, I think, and then Dejan Joveljic through the middle. I think that that's probably the best course of action. But then, what are you doing with guys like Jake Davis? Is he just going to shift out to right wing back? Where's Shapi Suleimanov going to play? Because there's not going to be any room for him in that like reserved 10 position that he was playing. So I'm not sure, but I'm excited to see Capita play. I think he's been in training, and he's as Jeremy said, getting big Jerso vibes from this guy who's only ever seen one left winger not named Shallowy play for Sporting KC. Getting a lot of Jerso vibes from this. So RSL are good. Dejan Joveljic is good, and Sporting KC, or Blorian save us.
Yeah,
Let's
and save them.
Jeremy, you want to lead us off with Chicago-Nashville? Zinkernagel's fastest goal, scoring Chicago's fastest goal in club history, and then riding that one goal out.
Yeah, the Chicago Fire have a good defense, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. And it's really fun to watch them. And this was a game that made me say, I see the vision with Jay Davila, which hurts me personally, but makes me happy because I do like it when the Chicago Fire are good, and I want them to be good this year. Yeah, no Kuipers in this. They all they needed was the one goal. Which, like, do you have any idea how hard it is to defend a 1-goal lead for 90 minutes? Like they basically said we're gonna turn up the difficulty dial all the way to a 10. And to be fair, like Nashville could have rotated a little bit more for this, because technically the Club America game was much bigger for them, and they just finished that. They got a 0-0 draw out of it. Probably should have rotated. But this is the Mbekazeli Mbokazi hour. Do you guys know what this guy did on his international break?
What?
Piss missile
against Panama. Like, oh my fucking God, this dude is so good. And he was outstanding in this game. And like legitimately, the two players who I have right now on like my best 11 of new signings, they both played in this game, and both of them are center backs. Mbokazi for Chicago, and Maxwell Woledzy for the Nashville. Yeah, Nashville's the other team in this.
I know Daniel
really
loves him.
I watched it. Yeah. So I'm not too concerned about now. This game doesn't really do anything to change my Nashville prediction. I just think that they have a really good shot of winning CCC, and they should have rotated a little bit more. It's okay to accept some bad performances in league play if you're competing on multiple fronts, especially if CCC is one of those fronts and Club America is your opponent. But yeah, this was a game that Chicago really needed to win. And Daniel, that's a Chris Brady clean sheet.
Haters hated to see this day, but it came.
And he played well.
Yes, he did. Yeah,
He's getting used to his national team shouts. They must not watch the games, but he's getting the shouts.
Josh, Daniel, any thoughts on either of these two teams?
No, boring game. 1-0. I get that. I captained Espinoza and kick base. So thanks. Thank you, Espinoza.
He had minus points, right?
Shot. Yeah, he had minus points, Juan.
I captained him. I didn't captain him too, but I lined him up.
Bro.
So I feel your pain.
Bro.
Because I was ready for this to be a back and forth between Chicago and Nashville.
They scored in the first minute? They scored in
17 seconds.
17 seconds, and then we're like, okay, no more. No more.
Thanks for coming, Mel.
We're closing up shop. I'm actually going to be going out to Chicago for the SKC away game, so I'll be reporting. I'm going to see if Carrie will buy a bald cap with me, and we can just wear it for Greg.
Or for Gutman.
Or for dearly departed, he's still alive, Chase Gasper.
And Jansen Miller. Just the ball derby. Oh, my God.
Somebody get some eyes on this. Yovel, we'll give it to him.
He's got something up there, but
honorary. Yeah, he's got the short back in Serbian.
Man, when is that? When are you going?
April 28th.
Oh, that's right around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take us to LA Galaxy, Minnesota, a game in which the Galaxy could have very much used a Joseph Paintsil to open up the other side. It does seem like they just love going through Peck. And Minnesota kind of did it to them. We saw a little bit of the classic Minnesota bunker and counter. Despite Joaquin Pereira lining up as a right winger, he does like to drift down and kind of form this little 5-3-2. And man, Thomas Chankalai, guys, I thought he had a great game. It was kind of rocky, I don't know what they did getting James Rodriguez, guys. Still to this day, I'm because it felt like in the games without him, they're we're just waiting for James minutes. And now that there's no James minutes, they can just play. They can just do their thing. Kyle Duncan starting ahead of Bongi Hlongwane. That is
so weird.
That's weird as hell. And now I just want to see Bongi Cashford. It's too late now. Yeah. But man, because I thought Hlongwane after the Tanny sale was among their better players, their better attackers, adds that dynamic ability on the right. So for them, and to be fair, the second goal is one off of a Kyle Duncan winning the ball high up the field, getting able to find who does he find? He finds Chankalai. Chankalai dribbles in, he finds Yeboah. Yeboah then passes it 1-2 from the top of the box. He passes out to Chankalai. Chankalai dribbles through a bunch of guys. Chankalai crosses the ball into Yeboah, and there's 6 dudes here that could at any point get anything on it. And they all just kind of see the ball just glide right into Yeboah's path, scores the goal there. I think overall, it's the Galaxy is – man, the Galaxy they've got to be the most fake team right now in the Western Conference.
Fake demons.
Because they're who have they beaten? They beat they beat Charlotte, and that was Charlotte whatever.
Okay.
Away Charlotte. That's Charlotte on the road.
Yeah, and then before that, did they draw against New York City FC? Is that the result I'm remembering, or did they beat them?
Red card PK, yeah.
Let's see. I have it up here. I mean, they're in and there's the thing, they're in CONCACAF Champions League still. Out of all these teams, I mean, they of all the fake CCC teams as well, they get Toluca. I think Toluca is going to promptly expose this team, and if they don't, I'm going to be very, very egg on my face here, but I just don't see what the Galaxy guys like. They've got to figure out who between Winder and Sanabria, who played as a winger in this one, their midfield is just all over the place. Cerrillo's still really good, but what do you guys think? I think Klaus does a lot of lifting for them in terms of being a target to pass to and play off of in the attack. But they're doing that thing last year again where they're trying different goalies. Because this one, JT Marcinkowski started, and Greg Vanney's like, yeah, I'm not really sure who's the starting goalkeeper. It's either one of those two. It's up for grabs, really. But it's did you not learn from last year where you benched Amicevic, lost his confidence, team had some pretty poor results come their way, and it's maybe they could do it now in CCC, but I mean, this is also a team that lost to Sporting Kansas City. You know what I mean?
Truth nuke.
And I thought that was SKC's the best they've looked so far, but just a win against Charlotte. That's their only win so far this season. Are we hitting the panic button on the Galaxy, fellas?
We still got out XG'd in that game too, hilariously.
That's woke nonsense.
We're hitting the panic button for sure.
Do you guys know what their schedule, league schedule, looks like? Because I mean, they're not advancing past Toluca, we already know this, but they have this sandwich between these two Toluca legs is a away game against Austin, which looks like it's going to be a standalone. Disgusting. They're subjecting the wider audience to Austin FC again. Then they're on the road for their next two, which makes it 3 consecutive road games. That's Dallas and Columbus, and that's Columbus on a Wednesday. Woof. And then their 2 home games, they get 2 consecutive home games. RSL in Vancouver. Woof. Then they go to Atlanta, to SKC, and to Seattle before finishing this pre-World Cup schedule at home against Houston. That's not a very that's stinky. That's really stinky. They could be pretty exposed as frauds, but they did give Greg Vanney a contract extension last year, so congratulations to them. I'm very happy with the way. Yeah, I'm so happy with the way their post 2024 fates have ended up. It's really fucking much. They just decided they were going to be elite for 1 year, and even so, they weren't incredibly elite for the entire season. They were very good, but then they get half a season of Amiro Garces. He carries them to the Cup final, and that's it. And in terms of fraudulent Cup wins, 2019 when the Sounders beat Toronto, and it was a really shitty Toronto, just on the end of their dynasty glow. I was like, this is bullshit. Of course they get a home MLS Cup against a fading Toronto team. The Galaxy just beat a fraudulent ass Red Bulls team in this. All the best teams in the East were gone after the first round. If they had played Orlando in that Cup final and Orlando had found a way past, Orlando probably would have won that game. And I don't think I'm too crazy in saying that. But, yeah, it's fun watching the Galaxy be bad again. Very much.
Yeah. I think out of everybody on that Galaxy team, I mean, Marco Royce, he will be coming back as a Lotus Flower. But everyone else,
Like Royce has got like the most chances created. He's the only ethical baller on that team that's not named Ricky Puig. Joao Klaus can't be an ethical baller. He's a Brazilian with a German last name, if you know your history. So like that leaves us with Marco Royce, who's like got the most chances created in the league, I think, when I last checked. So that's the only ethical baller left. He will come back as a Lotus Flower.
I have a player to drop in the chat for y'all.
Orblorian.
Better.
Impossible.
Gabriel Mech.
Wait, there's a Gabriel Mech?
Yes. Gabriel Mech. I wanted to see the Galaxy sign this guy. He's a winger. Mech and Peck.
Is that why you wanted to see it happen?
Yes.
17 years old? Oh my shit.
That would be excellent.
Yeah, 11.1 million market value. Let's see Atlanta do it. But any Minnesota thoughts, fellas, or do we want to move on to our final games, our stinkers of the weekend?
Let's stink it up.
Let's go. I'm going to start us off.
Weekend before watching Sporting KC.
Before captaining the opposing striker on the other team.
Yeah.
I'm going to lead us off with Houston-Seattle. Seattle got away with it again to steal it from Jeremy's page here. Houston, without a Jack McLinn to be seen here, though we finally got to see Diadie Semiseku, and he's all right. I don't know, like this one, a lot of it got how much you blame on the rain delay is, up to you, but I still feel like Houston are one of those teams that, I mean, Guilherme is just so awesome. So good. I think in this one, he just couldn't find the back of the net. Ponce is doing a lot of work to just do hold up play in midfield. And he's just not a hold up guy. Like, he's a poacher through and through, but then they have guys in Bogusz and Guilherme who just want to be on ball demons. Right. And so I really do think you got to figure out how to get a false nine on this team. That's not Ezekiel Ponce. I still think it's Andre Linger, but he came on for Dwayne Holmes in this one and played fullback. So that's how we're chilling over in Houston right now. Seattle, Danny Musovski getting the start ahead of Morris and Osase de Rosario. In fact, Osase did not even play at all. So I think that experiment quickly went the wayside. We may or may not see him again, but Jordan Morris slowly getting some minutes here as well. Paul Rothrock, I go back to what Daniel said. Is he not just a great player in this league? And he is, but I don't know if we see this Rothrock on any other team. Like, I think he's just built to be the Seattle Superman, and that's fine for them. And it was going to be funny for them to not sign him and him, be okay elsewhere. But maybe this team and him were just meant to be the entire time. Andrew Thomas, insane. Andrew Thomas, it's like you remember how annoying it was to see Stephen Fry in his prime. That's Andrew Thomas right now. They got the regen. It's absurd just how well Thomas is playing, and definitely earned from a keeper who got Leagues Cup appearances, made some appearances here. Did they say on the broadcast he was Russian born?
Yeah.
I think he's a Russian Nash, right? Is he Russian Nash? He's not American.
They have him as American.
No, he's an American national, but he's got the Russian in him, and he looks like a goddamn lion.
We need him and Shoppy, the hardest collab ever, dude.
Shoppy,
fellas,
Shoppy, no, Shoppy, please. Do the Tim Melia thing, and you will be reincarnated as a lion. Please.
Man, if there's ever an episode title for this one, but I'm gonna throw it off to you guys. Any thoughts on this one? It was just a 1-0 late, kind of the opposite of the Chicago one. Like a lot of definitely a lot of action, but I'll throw it to y'all. Any thoughts on this one, fellas?
Seattle should have given away a penalty, and Jackson Reagan should have been sent off. And I'm beyond pissed off that Jackson Reagan did not get sent off, more so than the penalty, considering how many goddamn red cards there have been in this league. And like, he makes a challenge. I can't remember what minute it was, but I just saw it and I was like, that's a red card. Like, all these players are getting fucking red cards, and Jackson Reagan gets away with it because they're the Sounders. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I can't believe just. I hate this team. I hate this team so much.
I'm going to stay with you, Jeremy. Tell us about New York City, St. Louis. First match at Citi Field, if I'm remembering that correctly.
Yeah. The interesting thing about Citi Field is, like, it is a baseball stadium, don't get me wrong, but it's significantly bigger than Yankee Stadium. The field.
That it is.
So NYCFC, I feel like they have different struggles on different pitches. Their one goal in this game was really well worked. Like, it's just basically a straight line progressive move. I think it's like 4 different players touch it. It's Hannes Wolf who finishes off from an assist from Maxi Morales, who is like king of the unks this year. He's still
he has been king of the unks.
He is. Like, it is unbelievable watching just how good he still is at
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's 39 years old, and Diego Chara turned 40 years old this weekend. Maxi Morales is still like an every game starter. Like, Diego Chara still doing what he does is incredible, but like, he is still not as important to his team as Maxi Morales is to NYCFC. So this was really fun, but NYCFC is unable to kill this game off. And they really probably should have been able to do so, considering they're at home and St. Louis isn't like, they haven't fully put it together yet. But credit to St. Louis, they stayed stuck in. And Jesus Christ, was there a guy built to piss me off more than Brendan McSorley? What the actual hell? Like, sure, this goal is absolutely deserved, but this is NYCFC dropping 2 points at home, and it's exactly why I can't really take them seriously yet. And also, the other thing that begs a question from New York City is, like, is Nicolas Fernandez-Mercado elite, or is he just really good and playing really well? Because I struggle to find an elite player on this team. It's just a bunch of really, really good guys. Like Hannes Wolf, really, really good. Keaton Parks, really, really good. Kai Trewin is doing pretty well as a new signing. Matt Freese is still really, really good. Who?
Sneakers O'Toole.
Yeah, Sneakers O'Toole. He's playing really good. Tavon Gray, really good. Matt Freese, not a very good game for him, but he's still a really good player on his day. Like, is Alonso Martinez the only elite player that this team has? And even so, is he even elite? Like, a very good collection of very good players makes a very good team. They're not elite, though. And also, they've taken advantage of so many red cards early this year. This was a game that I think they had to win for like legitimacy's sake, and instead they gave St. Louis a point, which is ridiculous. On the St. Louis side, congratulations, starting both Betcher and Cordova. So funny. They're so funny, man.
I have a callback for you, Jeremy.
Yes.
Who on the Timbers is more elite than any of these players?
On the Timbers than any of the NYCFC players?
Yes.
Oh.
Finn Sermon.
You notice how you didn't say any of the attackers, though?
No, I didn't say any of the attackers. Why would I say any of the attackers?
Well, I'm just saying, just going back to your Portland take, I still think it's a mess there. But like Nico Fernandez, I think is elite. Like he stepped up so massively for this team. Like without him, I don't think NYC are second in the East right now. Genuinely.
I believe that, but also it's just like it's something about it. I'm like, I don't really think he's like totally elite yet. He is very good. He is very, very, very good. But like, if he's elite, he's winning them this game. And I hate to be so reductive. I feel like that's just like the most Stephen A. Smith I'll ever get on here. But like at the same time, are you gonna look at me and tell me that I'm wrong? That if Nico Fernandez Mercado can't get a goal to beat St. Louis, that it makes him elite? I think it does. He's got to be able to win these kinds of games for them. And that's not what he's done. It really isn't. St. Louis, by the way, it has been 6 games. I have yet to see Mbake fall. I have yet to see Falu fall. Is it even worth like trying to hold out and say like, well, we gotta wait for those guys yet, when it's very clear that like Baumgartel and Jaziel Orozco are just going to be in this team now? I don't get that at all. But this is a really good road point, and Yohan Dame really needed it. I think this is the first road goal they've scored all year. And now I want to – it is the first road goal they've scored all year. What about that? And it gets them a point. Congratulations, Brendan McSorley. I don't like you, but also I don't like your genre of guy more than anything. They go to Dallas next. Then they go to Seattle. In between there is an Open Cup game against Tulsa. Not a lot of good things to root from Oklahoma, but it would be pretty funny to watch that one, particularly because St. Louis is hosting, and it would be really funny if Tulsa is able to scrape out a victory. Then they have a home game against San Jose and an away game against Austin. Before the end of this 5-game stretch is an away game against Colorado. That's a really tough run of games for them. I think, ironically, the only must-win in there is the away game against Austin, because the only home game there is against San Jose, and San Jose is very good. So I feel like this is just going to be a really tough start, but it's more so you're looking for improvement in performances rather than like actually picking up points. It's a first-year head coach. Give him some time to like build something.
Daniel, any thoughts on this one?
No.
You want to lead us off with New England and Montreal? What's your takes on this one? Are we just Montreal taxing New England here, or what are you seeing from this one?
I'm super excited for the inevitable Montreal hypothetical that we will be doing at some point in time this year. But guys, they are kind of fun. I mean, they win a lot of individual battles. I feel like Owos is a good player. I think Longstaff finds themselves in the right positions frequently. I think Wiki Carmona is super fun. I think Ivan Jam, Ivan Jam, is that how you say his name?
Jaime.
I'm really good at pronunciation, guys. I think he's a really good player, but like they just can't like string it together, and it's just kind of one of those teams where when it rains, it pours. So obviously, if they're not going to score any goals, they're just going to end up losing 3-0 because that's just how things always work for them. The New England Revolution, I feel like where they are at the table, just having watched them a couple times this year, like they are right where they're supposed to be. But I am super interested in the trio of Langoni, Hill, and Turgeman. I actually have come to be a little more impressed with Turgeman as I've watched him play. I feel like he's super slash, like he really crashes the box. And they're just a very interesting trio, and then they're really good on set pieces as well. And Hill has not missed a step at all. So if things get like going right, then I can see them picking up some steam and maybe actually competing for maybe a 8th or 9th seed, which I think would be really interesting because they do have a match winner in Carlos Hill in big games.
Mm.
Now, I assigned you New England just after your crazy Marco Mitrovic.
No, I knew you were going to fucking bring this up, and I was hoping you forgot about it because it's been 2 weeks.
No, are we sacking Mitrovic, or do you like Mitrovic ball?
I'm starting to see the vision. Like I know what he's trying to accomplish, and I think it works really, really, really well. It just
Against bad teams.
It's missing a couple pieces, and one of those is a double pivot, but it's close. Maybe I'd keep him till after the World Cup.
Missing a double pivot, bro. You made the sandwich.
Well, Caleb Porter made the sandwich. Well, I guess Brooklyn Reigns, yeah. Man.
Also, it's worth noting that Matt Polster had to leave this game early due to injury. And all of a sudden, Yusuf finally, he's a Lotus Flower too. He finally got to get back in at defensive midfield. I'm so happy. Oh.
Yeah, because Griffin Yao, how are we feeling on Yao, guys? Stinky?
I forgot he existed, bro.
It's almost like he doesn't exist, and I was hoping he would be like a Cade Cowell, and he's not.
Yeah, because there was a time when he was playing with Westerlo. I would tune in and watch him, and he would be worth watching. Brian Reynolds was on that team as well, and it was like, damn, we got a little Belgian Westerlo popping off right here. Former Rapids target Sayad Manesh also on the left wing. I can make up players too.
This is he. Yeah, I'd like to report my buddy who's American watches the Belgian league. Yes.
Anders Dreyer.
He's in Colorado. Yeah.
You got one right.
He is a sicko. Okay. You'll be okay. I'll send you his address. Okay, bye. Yeah, sorry. I had to take a phone call real quick.
And beer. Send the Belgian beer too. But no Griffin. Griffin Yao swinging a miss on that one. Montreal fellas, like no Toto Avalos, who's sad posting on Instagram. Did you guys see that?
I did not.
I saw you mention it.
Yeah, it's very much like the guy who got handed off here because they needed to be roster compliant to allow all these other signings, and now he's just stuck in hypothetical purgatory Montreal. Beyond that, no Sanusi hit. No Opoku. Like this team just like the turnover just churns and churns and churns, and it's like, how long before we have to move on from Ivan Jaime or Carmona or Seinchuk before they're like, all right, new shiny young toy? Olger Escobar getting some minutes here, and it's like, damn, bro, like free Opoku. If there's any player that needs to be free right now, dude, it's him. Yeah, and I don't know what to think about Montreal. Draft pick trade, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's get him out of there, dude. Because, I don't even know if I want to touch a hypothetical Montreal anymore. Are we convinced that they're in a better position now than Orlando and Philly? Because I still think that the talent deficit is still, I know Philly are 0-6, but Montreal, who did Montreal get their one on? I forget. New York Red Bulls.
I would say Montreal's situation is more similar to Philly than it is Orlando's.
Of those three, who are you buying stock in right now to
If I had to rate it, I would go long-term success or the first team to immediately turn it around.
Well, it might be Montreal because this is their last home game. They're finally at home after the 6-week grudge of away games. So maybe Montreal stabilizes. Maybe we should give them that home game to see how it looks. But yeah, in the immediate, who turns it around? Who should we do
Philly.
A points race? Is that what we should do? First to 10 points.
Why does it feel like the bottom of the East is worse than the bottom of the West considerably?
Because it always is. It literally always is. The West is always a competitive at the very least from top to bottom. You can SKC can just walk into LA and beat the Galaxy. And SKC right now they're the worst team in the West. Portland is 5 minutes away from beating Vancouver in Vancouver. Who's the other shit team? Oh yeah, St. Louis. St. Louis picks up a big draw because they're able to get a result at NYCFC. The West teams are always competitive, But the East teams, God, there's always like a few stinkers in the East. Teams that are just meant to show up and be 3 points for another team. Like the Orlando was this weekend's example. They have to travel cross country to LA and get pantsed. It's really weird. But this year, at least, the top of the East isn't very good. I'm not really bought in on any of these top teams from the East aside from Nashville. Like they're the only team that's actually like shown me something. I'm like, okay, yeah, this team is elite. But last year, I mean, the East was full of elite teams, and right now it's just like Nashville, everyone else chasing up. Like this is going to be very mean. But I'd like to read to you the top 7 teams in the Eastern Conference right now. You have Nashville, elite. You have NYCFC, very, very good. Not quite there yet. Charlotte, home field merchants. Daniel, you can agree with me on that. Miami, which should be better, but they don't really know what they are yet. Chicago, who have scored 8 goals across 6 games. Toronto, who has a negative goal differential. New York Red Bulls, who also have a negative goal differential. DC United, who has 4 goals. They're in 8th place. And the New England Revolution, who are in 9th. The East sucks this year. Like, Cincy and Columbus have fallen off so hard, and they were expected to both be, like, top 5, well, at least top 7 in Columbus's case. Cincy was supposed to be top 4, and everyone's mad over there. Like, it's going to be a down year for the East. We don't know how that's going to look post-World Cup, but as of right now, like, stinky, stinky Eastern Conference. Stinky, stinky, stinky.
Any other thoughts on this one? Because this leads beautifully into the last match here.
I have a thought.
Oh.
Go for it.
There are 10 teams ranked in the CONCACAF top.
Oh, kill this
20?
guy. We got to kill
that
this
are in
guy.
Major League Soccer.
We got to kill this man.
7 of them are East teams.
Right.
7 of them are East teams. Inter Miami, Nashville, Columbus, New York City, Charlotte, FC Cincinnati, and Orlando.
Orlando!
You think you know
Orlando
more
in
than the
there.
CONCACAF gods? I think not.
It's because it's the
You are
Griezmann.
so good.
It's Griezmann inflation, man. I hate it here. Oh man, let's transition though. I have no thoughts on that. Sorry, Daniel. Final match of the slate: FC Dallas 4, DCU 0. Leads perfectly into this. This discussion about the West just being that much more of a dog. But tell us about this one, Josh. What'd you make of this one?
Another Petar Musa goal. God, what a man. Is he tied for the Golden Boot right now? He is. He is tied for the Golden Boot right now. Our FC Dallas, did they put together their strongest road performance since 2014? They did, getting their second largest road win in history, and their first occurred in 2014. Did FC Dallas dominate this DC United team? They did. Hot Dog Farrington gets a goal as well, and it's a rout. Like, DC United just did not have any answers at all. I'm surprised that there were that many people who showed up to Audi Field because they showed up to watch that. It was hard for me to formulate DC United thoughts, so I went to the Reddit and the post-match thread. All I could gather was that it's bad, period. It's bad out here for DC United. They said that they thought Pelota was the best player on the pitch and that he's very tidy on the ball. I was inclined to agree watching some of his highlights back, but that didn't really save much. For DC, it's kind of just, man, Ty Baribo. He's like that Lamborghini at a trailer park meme. That poor guy. that poor Tyberibo, he's got to put up with a lot down there in DC. But DC United, they just like, I remember their game against Miami, they kept it really competitive. And I don't know if that was like just a meet the moment kind of thing, if it was just they were being pulled in with all the hype from all of the fans there. But they looked like an actual professional team. And I thought that Miami kind of, like, you could argue that they got lucky to escape there to get out of DC with a win. But for the most part this season, DC have just been what we're used to them being, and that's just a bit of a mess as an organization. Justice for Ben Olsen, because Ben Olsen was at least getting them in and around the playoffs for much of his tenure in DC. Sure, it didn't end the best, but he then went to Houston and won the Open Cup. So maybe it's not a Ben Olsen problem. I don't know. But I'm starting that. It is a justice for Ben Olsen kind of season so far for this team. The author, man, he's got I don't even know. I'm trying to think of something creative to say here, but like, the author's got to write something new, man. It's over.
He did. So this is where we differ, Josh, because you go to the DC United subreddit. I go to the man himself. I go straight to his LinkedIn. Saturday was a difficult day. A result like that is not acceptable for the standards we set ourselves. As a leader, I take responsibility. Moments like this demand honesty, reflection, and clarity. What I am learning, especially my first experience in this role, is that leadership is tested most in these situations, not in success. We stay calm, we stay united, and we go back to work with clear focus. Our response will define us, united every day. If that doesn't give you a giant love react, or I'll give him a like, a big like to Dr. Ergut Sogut. I just did that on the LinkedIn, but fellas, let the author keep cooking. After that impassioned LinkedIn speech, like, and this is the thing. Now LinkedIn United is what they are now, because Jose Kojima, it wasn't too long ago that he was on their LinkedIn posting as well.
God damn it, man.
Come on, guys.
Can I say, can I do, I love how he says we're about to bounce back from this. Have you seen their upcoming schedule? They have 2 home games in their next 7, one of whom is Open Cup against one Knoxville.
Oh,
and,
come
and that
on.
one home
That's gonna smack.
That one home game is against Orlando, and it's not until April 25th. They have to go to New England, Philadelphia, Red Bulls, NYCFC, Nashville. Good God. It's not going to get any better for you.
It's the East, though. It's the East, and they're in 8th. Like, it may get better for them is the thing.
They scored 4 goals, bro.
I will say, if
it's the Western Conference team.
Daniel's Marko Mitrovic on the hot seat thing, if they lose to DC next weekend, I might be starting to see the vision a little bit, because that is a game that New England should not be losing. But actually, you know what? Give Daniel that New England DC game next weekend. I'm just throwing stuff out, like, legitimately. I laughed in your face 2 weeks ago I laughed in your face today, but like, I laughed in your face 2 weeks ago for the Mitrovic on the hot seat thing. Like, if he doesn't start Al Hassan Yusuf in the defensive midfield for that, for that DC game, I will be incredibly disappointed, because Yusuf versus Peltola could be electric. Both of these teams are going to miss like 10 billion chances too. It's going to be really funny. But yeah, DC, congratulations to Luis Montano. Got back on the pitch. He exists. Confirmed.
Josh,
I also wanted to add
any thoughts on Dallas or
on Dallas? Just a really strong
or whatever you wanted to
defensive.
add.
Yeah, I have a thought on Lucas and Jacob Bartlett, the Bartlett brothers. I think they have a gene that just does not allow them to move the ball up from defense without either panicking like fuck or clearing it up the pitch. Like I don't know if it's like a brotherly gene or something, but DC tried to build through Bartlett so many times, and just his skill on the ball was just so much less than his center back partner that I had to make that thought known, because Jacob Bartlett's kind of the same way there. And my thoughts on Dallas are just like really, really professional performance. I mean, they went out there and they really just didn't let DC United have anything. It could have been 5 or 6, really. That's the only thing that I could take away from this Dallas as being a poor takeaway from this game, is that they didn't score more.
Damn. Joaquin Valiente benched again. Noticing some things. Maybe like they didn't really need that and make that signing at all. Fellas, we have made it to the end of the program here. I would launch more into the kick-based stuff, but got to wrap it up as got a big day tomorrow. I'm coaching middle school soccer again. And I got a squad, guys. I'm excited. Jeremy, where can they find you?
You can find me on the Elon app at oh my god, Sports Guy Jeremy. That's right. That's the Twitter handle. Where I am in appreciation of everything that Daniel tweets, and I will defend everything that he says to the death. He is always correct. You can find me on Bluesky at jerrypeeper.bsky.social. You can read my work at cascadiafc.com. I published 14,000 words about this Vancouver game. Someone told me it was 100 pages on their ebook. I'm psychotic. But a lot needed to be said about the Portland Timbers now going 5 winless in the league, 6 winless consecutively against Vancouver, and Phil Neville's Cascadia rivalry record dropping to 2-4-7. Hideous. Also, because I forgot to mention it earlier, happy birthday to Diego Chara. Congratulations on breaking the yellow card record in MLS. No one is more deserving of any record in this league ever. I am so proud of him.
Joss, where can they find you?
You can find me on the Elon app, tweeting bangers like this. Type of shit I be on. Find me there if you want to follow me at Josh Bathtub. I also do some stuff about Kansas City Soccer at Off to See the Wizards on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. You guys should see the TikTok comments from my latest TikTok, bro. Everyone's like, this isn't Kansas City. It's like clearly pictures of the Alps. It's like, yeah, dude, nothing gets by you, man. I'll tell you what.
You know who also what doesn't get past is Daniel. Where can they find you?
You can find me on X, the Everything app, aka the Elon app at Box Pro MLS. You'll see me on there as Major League Shill. This week we'll be contemplating the age-old question: is FC Dallas for real? Maybe we'll get to the bottom of it before match week 7,
or right after. You can find me at Juanners715 on X, at Juanners.bsky.social. Follow Box State Footy. Go to boxstatefooty.com, at Box State Footy. Follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. And yeah, that's going to be it from us here outside the box. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see ya when we see ya. Bye-bye.